Is this thing on? Hi everybody, how are you? Happy-ish of time zones. You know, yeah, I just want to get right into it. You know, for those of you, obviously most of you, I posted about it YouTube, over on Twitter, obviously within Discord as well. So 2 weeks ago we were slated for a family vacation. We were going to be going up north in New Hampshire, big family vacay. Me, Mrs. Neo, Youngblood, and then like mother and father-in-law, brother and sister-in-law, nephews, stuff like that. So right back around the end of July, Walter went in for his annual teeth cleaning. Nothing out of the ordinary. He's done it since he was a puppy. You know what I mean? He had been doing it 8 years, 7 years, 8 years, whatever it is. So, you know, everything goes normally. The week after his teeth cleaning, which I think is like roughly the first week of August, real peckish with his food, not really eating much with, isn't like him at all. Usually just the mention of food, he's all about it. So you know, there was a little cause for concern, but I just figured maybe it was like, you know, the anesthesia wearing off, like whatever it could be. So he ended up, he puked a few times, puked up his food. So I go, okay, well, this isn't, it's not like super abnormal, like post teeth cleaning, that like maybe, you know, just his guts are a little bit upset, or his, you know, like his palate is a little bit upset, whatever. So usually what we would do is we just kind of switch him to a bland diet, a little bit easier for him to, you know, to put down. So it was like just some boiled white rice, some pumpkin, you know what I mean? That usually takes care of things. And then for like the next week after that, he's still vomiting, like daily, every day, often, 2-3 times a day. So okay, I go, okay, well, something's not right. So call the vet. They go, okay, yeah, like, you know, how often is he throwing up? I go, he's throwing up like every single day, roughly, since his teeth cleaning. It's so right that time frame, it was like every day for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something around there. So they go, okay, like drop him off. So I drop him off before I go to work. They do an X-ray. Then they obviously they saw, you know, he had bladder stones. They did blood work. They did like fecal sample, make sure that there's no like bacteria, parasites, anything like that, right? Everything checks out, fit as a fiddle. Like their words, he is of like perfect health. Okay. Next week after that is family vacay week. So I think I was gonna be leaving here like Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, something around there. I don't remember exactly. I think I woke up, I'm getting ready for work, and as I'm getting ready, Jenna goes, baby, he puked again. Fuck, like he had like one good day, 1 or 2 good days, you know, like right in the in-between. I was like, okay. You know, he's still drinking water throughout all of this. Perfect, awesome. You know, like once you stop drinking water, that would have been obviously a lot more alarming, a lot more concerning. So I go, okay, you know, here I am 3 weeks in or whatever, just stressed to the fucking hill. I go, all right. I was like, I'm not going on family vacation. So I stayed the week here with him. I just worked like half days at work, so I'd be able to come home noon, 1 o'clock, something around there, just to monitor him. Continued vomiting. Again, not really super duper pumped on eating food. I call the vet back. I go, look, like, he's still doing the same old thing. And they're like, okay, well, like, we're gonna have to bring him in to do additional x-rays to see if there's any kind of, like, obstruction, like maybe he ate something and it's kind of clogging up his guts. I go, I mean, kind of unlikely, but sure, yeah, to rule everything out, whatever. They go, but we can't get you in until next week. And I go, oh, well, I was like, okay, I guess. So then fast forward a couple more days. I think it was Sunday. Not yesterday, the previous Sunday, that I go, okay. I was like, well, he's still vomiting. I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I bring him to the emergency vet clinic, which, cha-ching, cha-ching, go figure. They do almost the same thing. They do blood tests. They do, fecal test. Everything's fine. They do an x-ray of his guts. There's no obstructions whatsoever. So they send him home with, they gave him some fluids. They sent him home with like an antacid, like maybe he just had, whatever, acid reflux. Okay. They go, but like the next step would be, they would have to do a GI scan, a gastrointestinal scan. So basically they would put him under and they'd do a whole scope of his guts to see like what's going on in there. So I go, okay. So then, Monday rolls around, still doing it. And I think it was, I had an appointment set up for him on, I think it was like Wednesday. I don't, everything's just been a fucking blur. So I bring him into his regular vet. It was Thursday, excuse me. So I bring him into his regular vet, and because they outsource, they contract this company, this other doctor to do like GI scans. So they do the GI scan. I get the call back from the vet, and they were like, his guts aren't good. Like, his gastrointestinal, like his stomach, his jejunum, which is a part of the small intestine, if I'm remembering correctly. Basically, his intestines are real bad. And it's not just irritation. And the doctor that did the GI scan had told his vet, like, look, has he ever like done this before? Had he been like this before? And I was like, no. And I was, you know what I mean? Like, I there was nothing that I like just brushed off. And I was like, no. I was like, he never does that, even though he sometimes kind of. I was like, no. I was like, he's never, especially not like this. I go, there's the occasional like drinking too much water, and then like, he yaks, but I feel like that's normal for dogs. You know what I mean? It happens to humans too. If you're overheating, you chug cold water, you can boot, whatever. So I go, no. I go, he's never ever done anything like this. I go, it was from the tooth cleaning until now. I go, and everything's been upside down. And so the vet that did the GI scan was just like, look, it's not like, I can't say conclusively because we haven't done a biopsy. They go, but we can open them up. We can take some samples, send it out to be, scanned. She goes, but I'm like 99% sure, unfortunately, that it's cancer, very aggressive cancer. So, as he was coming out of the scan, the doctor was just like, look, like what we can do is, she goes, we can give him like a good shot of steroids to see if he makes it through the night, has a good night, if he'll able to, like, be able to hold down food. And I was like, okay. And she goes, we can kind of go from there. And I go, all right. So comes home, he is acting completely normal, chows down all of his supper like it was like the Walter of old, you know what I mean? And that next morning when I woke up, he was still fine. I made him like a king's breakfast, and he ate fucking all of it. He ate. I made him bacon and eggs. I made him an English muffin. You know what I mean? I made him a big breakfast, but we collectively decided that it's not fair to him, you know, because like it's the whatever antibiotic they were gonna give him would have turned him septic, which means like it would have just poisoned his entire blood system because of his because of the bladder stones that he had in there. So we made the decision that Friday that we were gonna have to put him down because it's not fair to him. Selfishly, it's not fair to us because it's, you know, it's been a month and I haven't been right, you know. I haven't been comfortable. I know he hasn't been comfortable, but I had no peace, like no peace of mind. I'm always just on eggshells, on edge, and I just wanted him to be okay. And so we had to make the decision to put him down on Friday. So that's where we're at now. So it's, you know, naturally it's been real tough. Nothing seems normal. You know, there's nothing about my daily routine that seems normal. You know, the house is just quiet. He's not down here with me right now out on the couch. Doesn't come in here to visit. You know, I wake up in the morning and he's not there. I don't, you know, it's just nothing has seemed right. So that's unfortunately what we've been dealing with, what I've been dealing with. So here we are. Sucks. Unexpected, to say the least, you know, because he was fit as a fiddle, and there was something about, and I don't know if it was like his teeth cleaning, like putting the breathing tube down, like whatever it was that like really triggered all of this to where we are now. So it's been a fucking serious bummer, man. So I know I just occupied 15 minutes of your time, but you know, I enjoy transparency. I want to be honest with you guys about everything, you know. So hopefully today, you know, we'll have a, you know, hopefully we'll have some laughs. I know we got a talk tour here in the finale to continue on, but you know, so here we go. Good to see you guys. I want to catch up with you guys, obviously. Thank you everybody for the support, for the well wishes, for the love. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. He appreciates it, you know. You guys, many of you guys have heard me bellow at him because he's barking at nothing, or he's, you know, he's picking a fight with the closet for no fucking reason. But he was always a good boy. He was my shadow. Followed me everywhere, man. Slept with me. And now it's, you know, just it's been awkward. It's been not fun, to say the least. You know, so pleasure to see you guys. You know, don't mean to start off the night on a down note, but again, transparency for sure. Yo, Daft, thank you for the 28 months. Arcadia, the 28 months. Filbert, the 38 months. Thank you very, very much, guys. Happy to see you guys. Was able to get together with Phil, Grumpy, some others last night, Discord, do some Monster Hunter World. That was good. Needed it. For sure. Like, that's the thing. In the 2 weeks that I've been off, I tried the Final Fantasy 16 demo, but that was it. Like, I haven't played games. I haven't like had the desire to do anything. I would sit on the couch with him and just watch whatever. I finished up Attack on Titan. That was good. Kind of got convoluted there at the end. Got real fucking weird, but still really good. But yeah, it's just tough to, keep, in between the ears on the straight and narrow. It's tough, dude. For sure. So, this is our, well, with the exception of last night, be able to play some games, man. 2 weeks removed from Daybreak. I'm gonna get my voice acting chops back on point. Fucking A. Thank you, Beatrice. Appreciate it. I got you on that Trails Wave too, by the way. I saw that one up there. I got you. Fucking A. So yeah, man. It's oh no, don't do this to me. Alright, good. For some reason I thought the controller wasn't working. Daft, thanks, dude. I sure will. Rhea, it's good to see you, bud. Love you, buddy. Shark, hey, Grumpy, thank you for the 37 months. There's the man, the myth, the legend, Grumpy. I'm doing all right, man. It's, I was just saying, there's nothing about my normal, my daily routine that feels routine anymore. Nothing feels normal, Handsome Dan, love you, bud. Yeah, Rhea, I'm with you. And, I had to do it a few years back with Bella when she passed away. But this was totally different. Like, this was just a whole different experience. Not to say that, Bella's was any less impactful when she passed, but she passed in the house. I was holding on to her and she passed, unfortunately. But I had to, bring him to the vet to, have him put down. And that was, holy shit. Harrowing experience. Heartbreaking experience. Just, yeah. It was fucking rough. Real bad, so. Here we are. Right? Yeah, Phil, you're not wrong, dude. I appreciate it very much, dude. I appreciate all you guys, for real. I mean that. I've often said it before. I don't feel like words do it justice, but I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for what we get to do here, and I appreciate the time that we get to spend together, man. Enjoy ourselves. Yeah, I had to do the same thing, Arcadia, so I'll be getting back his remains in 2 weeks. So Daft Youngblood's been okay. He cried a bit, but I think more so because he saw how hard it was for me and for Jenna. You know what I mean? So to see mom and dad crying, I think that's what hit him the most. So, I don't, he's 5. I don't think he fully comprehends loss yet. You know what I mean? It's kind of a big one for a 5-year-old. So, but he was able to see how hurt I was and how hurt she was. And he was there for us, obviously, big hugs, holding our hand and stuff like that. And makes me feel good as a parent. Makes me feel like I'm doing something right, for my 5-year-old to show sympathy, you know what I mean? To have them feels, you know what I mean? But then we, a bit of a lighthearted twist to that one with Youngblood. So today, they're off for Labor Day here in the States. They get together. I had to work. They went to a park with some friends of ours who just got a puppy, and So Youngblood gets to meet the puppy. They're having a good time. And he just goes, my dog's dead. And I was like, he understands that he's gone and not coming back. But, you know, 5-year-old mentality to hit you with those. Like, oh, it's a nice dog. Mine's dead. But, like, it doesn't register to him. You know what I mean? To say that somebody is gone or somebody is dead. Just, he doesn't have that full understanding, you know what I mean? He can say it, like, he knows the word, he understands, like, what has happened, you know what I mean? So again, a little bit of a lighthearted, like, all right, bud, yeah, I get it. Hey, Zex, thank you for the 8 months, man. Dude, no apologies whatsoever, dude. We all got our own lives to live, dude. Maybe new to the community, but I've been watching your VODs on YouTube since Cold Steel. Thank you very much. Glad to see you back, and I'm sorry for your loss. Bonus said joining your Discord is going to help me catch you live from now on. Thank you very much, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the community. Yeah, Walter was the GOAT. He really was. So he'll be up on the. We have floating shelves in our bedroom. He'll be up there with Bella for sure. I'm just glad that, you know, Youngblood did get to spend time with him, you know. He understands it, but hasn't internalized it yet. I mean, I guess so, Arcadia. I'm honestly not sure how to even word it. You know, so... because he's 5, you know what I mean? He doesn't fully comprehend, like... He understands, like, what happened. But yeah, I don't know, maybe he hasn't I don't know. Maybe. He's 5, so... You know, there we are. Well, the OP, I love this start screen, by the by. And so the OP won't roll, huh? Still just won't do its thing, will it? Yo, I appreciate it, Port. Thank you very, very much. It's like I had said it to Phil last night when we got into Discord. And I don't know how to describe it. I'm the kind of person that I want to be open and I want to be honest with people, good, bad, or otherwise. And in loss, obviously I appreciate condolences and sympathies and sorries and stuff like that, but it's just, it's like the same way for me to like feel the compliment. Obviously, two opposite ends of the spectrum, but like I don't know how to like, I don't know. I'm not good at like accepting compliments, much like I'm not good at like receiving like sorries and sympathies. Because even like at work, my boss, greatest fucking dude ever, and he's just like, he goes, I can see you're getting a little. I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm just gonna leave it be. I go, thank you. Because I don't know, it's something about it just makes it harder. But I truly do appreciate it. It's not me saying like stop saying sorry. You know what I mean? Like I really, really do appreciate it all from everybody. Hey, Liz, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, for sure, Rhea. Just I don't know. I don't know how to. I know how to handle it, but I handle it my way. You know what I mean? It's like it's the only way I can think of to describe it. Bugged on PC. All right, so it's not going to load. That's fine. So I guess we're going to continue, huh? The finale. Yeah, Dapt, absolutely. Yeah, Dan, I usually do too, but in this instance, there was nothing I could really do to like laugh. You know what I mean? It was strange. Yeah, Port, it's something, man. All right, so I don't even know where the hell we left off. We were doing a 4 SPG, I think. Don't even know. I'm all out of sorts. No. Start menu, yeah. No. Oh, no, yeah, because we are doing a 4 SPG, right? The to-do list. Here we go. And then we have all these. Yes, okay, the talk tour. There we go. Hit up the Blacklight District. Let's go do that first and foremost. Can we... Should be able to fast travel, right? Certainly.
Off we go.
Off we go.
I don't think I've seen you before.
Been doing a lot of audiobooks, listening to a lot of music, just trying to like... If you want the OP to play on PC, you can make it play once you start up the game. If you change the name on the opening video file with the publisher logo file name and turn the intro in the settings to on. Hey, Fifth, thanks, man. Appreciate it very much. It's, yeah, man, it's... She always been dressed like that? Holy smokes. Excuse me, miss. We gotta go.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Too much work. We're in the final. Yeah. Pretty sure we're all set here, too. Did I not get her the gold Skinner?
We await your next visit.
Kira, it's good to see you too, bud. Glad to see that Jason's being productive. Yeah, but I can't upgrade.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Boo, let me upgrade. You rascal. Hot damn. Assassin's garb. Let's get broke. Let's just get really broke right now. Because you know what? We can't take it with us when we're gone. I'm gonna get 2 more? Yeah, right. I saw a lot of Mira in my bank account. It was burning a hole in my pocket. Yeah, D, some retail therapy. Kometsu, what's up, bud? What good is money if you're not going to spend it? This is very true. Although now, nobody has sneakers. No, which is... Yeah, no, that's good.
We await your next visit.
All right, thank you, fella. All right, so we're going up this way.
Boss is gonna yell at you.
Ah. Water. I need water. I told you to take it easy on the hard stuff while we're here. We're not on our home turf. You can't expect them to make stuff the same here. Oh, hey. Didn't realize you two were in Edith. Looks like you're having a real fun time. Hey there. Good to see you. We've been working like dogs on the broker stuff. Though we could use a break now that we're here. Just having the time of our lives. So, what dragged you two all the way here? You on their tail, I take it? Yep, we're trying to figure out how the underworld's changing now that they're gone, and you can really only do that on the ground. It's pretty calm so far, surprisingly. More than I expected. Maybe it's because the CID was so on top of the stragglers. Probably. And now those smug pricks aren't running around, the underground's settling back down. Those drugs, though, those will be sticking around for a while. It's a lot tougher to get those off the streets. That does make sense. It's unfortunate. Actually, this chat just reminded me of something. Talking about you guys. Carminato, good to see you, man. Thank you very, very much. I've heard whispers about some 2-bit gangster who's on the run from the feds now, after he did some work for those guys. Word is, he's camping out somewhere in the Tyrell district. I don't have anything else to go on, but I figured you might want to know. The Tyrell district, Well, that's a good tip. Appreciate it. Well, have fun, you two. Just try to stay on your feet, Jack, all right?
Alrighty.
Wait for him to friggin' boot. Yeah, I hope that if we have the ability to come back here in future installments, that we can go to the arena. Like, if we can't have fishing, can we just have, like, arena fighting? Because I'd be okay with that. Huh? Everybody's scared shitless here. What's going on? Look, over there! They have all fainted. What the? What could have happened? Oh, I think I might know. Got a hunch these fools tried barking up the wrong tree. And they paid the price. Hard. Oh, shit. That would explain it. Well, I'd say they'd had it coming then. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. All right. Van, my friend, how wonderful to see you, and the rest of you as well. Good to see you, Your Highness. You sure roughed those poor bastards up good, huh? Oh, I had no hand in this, none whatsoever. You see, they attempted to make moves on those ladies here, and they just wouldn't take no for an answer. They got physical, and, well, these women, they're truly a force to be reckoned with. Even yours truly quivers before them. Hey, don't you think that's a little mean, Prince? I was simply performing my duties, nothing more and nothing less. Okay, but that doesn't explain why you all were hanging out. You guys make for one weird posse, however you slice it. A mutual acquaintance of ours was kind enough to put me in touch with His Highness, so I came down here to meet with him, but then... A mutual acquaintance, huh? As fate would have it, she happened to run into us here as well. I'm on a break for once after wrapping up a job. I came into town to unwind until the festival, taking some of the local sights. Anyways, I wandered down here looking for a little excitement, I guess you'd say. And I got everything I bargained for and more. This is too good to just be some kind of coincidence. Destiny must have brought us together. What do you say, Yin, Miss Bodyguard? Want to go around? I think I'm good, thank... Well, that sounds like a delightful proposal. Don't worry about me, Najee. I encourage, nay, implore you to take her up on it. The things you say sometimes, Your Highness. I fucking love it. I suppose I should just be grateful you're not thinking to throw down with her yourself. Well, didn't mean to leave you all out. Man, you guys are more than welcome to. Yeah, no, we have things called work. Strange, I know. Damned if I'm getting caught in the crossfire between those two. That ain't the kind of threesome I'm into. Aw, you're no fun. Oh well, there's always next time. Just don't burn the whole district down, alright? Not the threesome he's into, huh? Still that same dude fighting that same archaism? Hey, DC! Thank you for the 36 months, dude. Yeah, Fifth, it's just ridiculous. That's the only apt way I can think of to describe it. Just ridiculous. Silly. Come on, man. Like, really? Man? Enough about me, though. You guys look like you've got your hands full with things as usual, which I totally get. Can't take it easy just yet, well, with the festival just around the corner and the fallout from everything with you-know-who. But don't you guys get the feeling there has to be more going on? I don't know what, but it's like there's something else brewing in the air. So, you're not just being paranoid. Keep talking like that and you're gonna jinx us, girl. Never a dull moment with you, is there, Van Arkwright? What is it people like to say about you, that you have a nose for things? Reminds me a lot of the unclouded eye. Well, whatever comes our way, both in the festival and beyond, I'm gonna take it all in stride and have a blast doing it. Hell yeah. With a very, very painful lower back, Dan, if I were to wager a guess. So is that down beneath us? Let me in. Yeah, it really is. Is it her down here? Is that really up on the... Oh, no. Okay, yeah. What's this girl? Okay, my bad.
Ooh, you look dangerous.
Gee whiz, lady. Don't even know you. Bunny strap.
I'd better see you again.
I mean, maybe.
Let me ask you something.
Oh, it's you. You know, I thought I knew you well, but I had no idea you and Dingo went so far back. Level with me here. You were the one helping him investigate Almada's illegal adult business, weren't you? Yeah, that's right. We must have worked together for, a decade, I want to say. We both had to keep it on the down low in order to operate freely, though. He and I had known each other since we were both up in Messeldom. That long, huh? Guess that makes sense. If you don't mind me asking, how did the two of you, meet? Wasn't anything special. He was a newly minted intel broker, and I was your common whore making ends meet on the streets. Jesus. We had a nice little thing going. He'd buy information I coaxed from my clients, and I'd do him some favors in kind. He scratched my back, and I scratched his. Yeah. Back scratch. Okay. Huh, this is all news to me. Can we assume that Dingo hadn't started doing any reporting work back then? More or less. I will say for an errand boy working underground, he had a certain naivete to him back then. Maybe because he was still so young. I had an acquaintance who worked at a local paper. I remember he was pretty intrigued about that side of things. I'll also mention it was 8 years ago when I made the move to Edith and set up shop down here. But before I left, he gave me some top secret information as a parting gift. His intel and his connections have been a huge help to me. Heh, leave it to the lady killer to schmooze his way into the underground. He really helped a lot of people while he was alive, didn't he? That he did. Later on, after everything went down in Messeldom, that's when he ended up drifting into town. Personally, I was happy to see him make a clean break and get into a better line of work with better people. You never know what life has in store for you. Maybe the goddess took a liking to him and threw him a bone. Maybe so, yeah. Sorry to interject, but what happened to him in Messeldom? I didn't know anything about that. I wish I could tell you, honey, but it's not really my place to say. That all happened after I left, so I only heard things through the grapevine. But I won't leave you empty-handed if you're looking for his notebook. I've got some information I'd be happy to share. Really? You do that? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Just to clarify, we're looking for his black leather notebook he used to carry around. You've seen it before, I take it? Sure have. He'd been looking for a place to stash it away. I offered to hold on to it for myself, but he turned me down. Can't blame him for being so cautious when he was going up against Almada. But I did hear him mutter about asking someone for help on his way out of town for a piece. That was 3 days before everything went down in Cray, for reference. Holy cow, what timing!
That's a valuable clue there.
Actually, now that she mentions it, how did Dingo get to Cray? Do you have any ideas, Van? He had this tiny-ass car, but he never drove it all that much. He was always paranoid of people following him. He usually took a train or a bus when he had to go out to the sticks. Probably flew a bit from time to time, too. But I don't know what he did here. Same, we're talking about a guy who knew all their tricks by that point. Might as well have just been moving randomly. He sure as hell wouldn't take something as obvious as public transit, not when Almada had eyes everywhere. Exactly. I think we can rule out his own car, too. That would have carried its own risks. Thinking realistically, he probably would have... Oh, shit. Alright, so I'm gonna guess and you guys can tell me. I'm gonna guess... ridden on an Orbital bike? Don't know. Taxi. Okay, taxi it is. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you. Victoria, what's up, my guy? It was a decent Labor Day. I had to labor, for sure. I think chances are pretty good our guy took a taxi. Sure as hell ain't cheap, but it had given him the lowest profile and the most flexibility. They blend right in on the road. Oh, good thinking. You might be onto something, Van. Taxis are pretty commonplace, especially for people heading out of town. There's no way Almada could have been monitoring every single taxi running in Edith. So let's say he did take a taxi. What kind would he have taken? Probably one of those independent ones instead of a company taxi, right?
That's a good point. A self-employed driver would have given him more flexibility.
Sounds like you guys have your next lead. I have no idea who the driver could be, unfortunately. Maybe it was one of his friends. My guess is he had a driver he hired on the regular. Someone he could trust. That ring any bells for you, sweetheart? You know something? It actually does. I remember Dingo would sometimes hail a taxi to get a reporting site. He mostly took one that had his this black and yellow checkered pattern around the bottom. The driver was an eccentric guy too, from what I recall. Oh, wow, that's really good info. Glad you were able to remember that. You said it. We'll have to look into that once we're done here. Hey, Hefe, what's up, my guy? Thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate it very, very much, man. How goes it? Please check out our great friend Jeff. Undergoing his Trails Timber event where he raises money for the... I'm gonna fuck up the name of it. Juneway. Juneway? I'm sorry. I'm bad. But raising money for a charity, for a children's hospital, so please, go check him out. Heart Trip, how are you, man? Janeway. Yeah. It's one vowel off. It's almost there. But I hope you had a good stream, man. It was nice to watch you build some Ordine. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had a good stream. Where did you make it in Zero this evening? Back from a brewery from high school friends. Also finished up Yakuza 5, and I'm starting up Final Fantasy 5. So, been a nice non-work day for sure for Victoria. That sounds fucking dope, dude. Stream was great. Got one incentive met. Love to hear it. What, which, is it the, was it the rainbow? Did I see that one? Was it the rainbow one? Rainbow something? Sorry if I'm swinging and missing. So what's the rainbow rule? I am unaware. You said it. We'll have to look into that once we're done here. Anyways, thanks for the chat, mistress. I'll pay you back sometime. Yes, thank you so much. You have no idea how grateful I am. Oh, don't mention it. I owe Dingo that much. That said, you can always repay me by coming back here to play, you know. Don't forget that. But yeah, Dingo would tell me stories about you two sometimes. The punk-ass Spriggan and the newbie reporter he had befriended. I do hope you're able to track down his notebook. If there's anyone out there he'd want to inherit it, I have to imagine it'd be you two. Thank you, we'll do our best. Well, we're sure as hell gonna try. Be a waste to just let it go after doing all this work for it. One of each colored quartz only, so cannot have multiple colors in a setup, so Ellie cannot use her 2 wind slots, and Tio cannot use her 2 water. Oh! Alright. Is that something that you came up with? Is that something that's... yeah, like I've never heard of it. If you came up with it, GG's. A taxi with a black and yellow checkered pattern. I know exactly which one that is. Had no idea Dingo was a regular in it. I see that car out of Central Station a lot. Driver's probably out for lunch right now, though. Let's check the food stalls first, see if we get lucky. Well, let's go get lucky.
May we be on our way.
Got the idea from another streamer friend who did it with Final Fantasy. Oh, no shit. All right. I don't think I came to the right way. No, because this isn't... Sorry, I should have paid attention, but I didn't. What's new? Well, food trucks.
Let's roll.
No, I said check the food stalls, right? So I'm swinging and missing. I think. That's per Mahdi, naturally. God damn it. You know what we'll do?
Here goes.
Fine with me.
Not that.
Right.
It's not what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna do that either.
Got it.
Fine with me.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Central Station.
Let's roll.
There we go. Oh, and I was here anyway, so I guess I was in the somewhat right area. Good for me.
I know the guilt can happen. You'll never believe what happened.
that's... Yeah, I guess maybe it is. No, so I gotta be outside for this one. Whoops! Alright. Don't mind me, we'll get there. No. What the? It really was going the right-ish way. Where on earth? Oh yeah, I guess I just literally had to go up one more flight of stairs, huh? Okay, we're fine. Just gotta get my bearings straight. Well, look who it is! I haven't seen you all since you were in Tharbad. We weren't expecting to run into you here either, Director. I see Judith is with you too. Things just kind of worked out like that. How come you're with Lieutenant Kayla? Government asked yours truly to help with the ceremony's production. Makes sense. You did a good job with the film festival planning, catastrophes notwithstanding. Don't act like you didn't help at all there. I could do without a do-over from the last festival. Please don't jinx it. I wouldn't worry so much. You're more than aware of the fact that we're finally rid of A. The odds of anything major happening are low at best. It's not improbable that there are remnants still out there, so security is still just as tight, as a precaution. You here to discuss unit placement then? That's right. The meetings with us more than anything. Whoa, shit. What's up, not Kia? We met you guys in Basel. It's good to see you again, too. We're helping set up all the equipment for the ceremony. Oh, yeah. Y'all are showing off some of the new stuff, right? Must be pretty busy then. Drowning in work, more like it. This isn't even my specialty, but here I am, slaving away. Though your sympathy does soothe the pain, Van. You don't mind if I call you Van, right? Of course not. Good. You can call me Essie, just like Katra does if you want. That I'm gonna pass on. She gets real casual real quick. Yeah, it looks like me and Mr. Gotti are repping some similar threads, go figure. It's got good taste, for sure. Is that smartass professor gonna be at the unveiling? He'll be at the ceremony, but not much else. He's got his hands more than full with another project right now. Professor Hamilton will be here too. Esmeralda, Kayla, mind hearing me out here? Oh? What about? You two are bursting at the seams with sex appeal. There's this pizzazz to you. If anything I could have hoped for, and it's everything I could have hoped for and more. What do you say we chase new heights of sexiness to get... I'm far too busy to even consider the proposition. That's not a field I have much interest in, I'm afraid. What? Is Judith all I have left? Hey, I don't remember agreeing to your nonsense. Same as always. All right, well, I mean, that isn't the spot I was supposed to be, but that was still good. We got that out of the way.
Thank you for visiting the Weston Department.
Yeah, because Central Station... Do I have to, like, go into the station?
Not this way.
Guess not. No, so clearly not the right area, so, well, process of elimination. We'll just keep on going down the line then. Go back to Old Town. We'll just get all confused like I do usually. Going to the church?
Hey,
Yo, Beatrice, sure will. Here you are. This is Curtis's room. Thanks for showing us. All right, let's get this done before the kid's back home. Pray for wait. Van and the rest started combing through Curtis's bedroom. At first, they found nothing of note that could plausibly explain his violent turn in behavior. The only objects kept hidden under were mock exams with failing scores. But a few minutes later, well, would you look at that? Did you find something, Van? You bet. Take a look at what I found tucked away inside the desk drawer. A mint tin? It looks empty. It's where he keeps his pots. I don't think I recognize that brand. Could you explain what it is? They sell tobacco-flavored mints inside these suckers. You only get them if you're smoking or trying to quit. That would explain why it doesn't smell like cigs in here. He could have been chewing on those instead of lighting one up. Oh, so he's trying to quit smoking butts and he's just become an asshole. Can relate, been there. They taste like what? They might not be the real thing, but only delinquents even think about smoking at his age. Oh, my poor Curtis, where did I go wrong with you? I thought I raised you to be such a good boy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We might be missing something that explains why he had this tin. I know exactly why he had it. It's all my husband's fault. Him and that scandal of his that got him demoted from the Bank of Edith. We were forced to move into Old Town because of that. If we were living in a new, safer neighborhood, my son wouldn't be straying from the path. My husband was supposed to start working at a subsidiary once he was out of probation. But where do I end up finding him instead? Monmar. I caught him eating there again without a care in the world while I was out shopping. Absolutely ridiculous. Has he been working this whole time or just pulling the wool over my eyes? I can't trust him anymore. Would you? Wow, she just keeps going. Anyway, this tin gives us a good jumping off point. We'll keep sniffing around and see what we turn up. Pardon my outburst. I'll leave you all to it. I'll be waiting for you to report downstairs. This family's got issues, clearly. What's the matter, Van? Did you notice something else? Yeah, this tin still stinks. It's faint, but you can still get a whiff of it if you get real close to it. It smells just like an Orbital hookah. Feels like a lifetime ago, but I'd recognize that smell anywhere. What? Really? And here I thought we were finally done with that bullshit. I don't know if I'm more surprised by the Orbital hookahs coming back or that hound's nose of yours picking up the smell.
You mean the drug that A developed and peddled through the Vegas films?
I don't remember hearing about that stuff coming in tablets. Where did he get something like that? I worry for how his health might be affected. All right, Chief, what's the plan? Do we go straight to the kid and get him to spill? No. We need to figure out where these things came from in the first place. Right now, this stays between us. Nothing good can come of his mom catching wind of this. With a firecracker of a mom like that, I can only imagine. Since we're talking about tobacco-flavored mints, maybe a cigarette seller would know something. If his father smokes too, that could also lead somewhere. Agreed. Might as well look into both of those. The mom said something about her husband eating at Monmar. Gaul, what's up, bud? How are you? I'm not trying to go into their house. Oh, wait. We gotta go to the church, though. You know what? I guess I never really looked. No, I can't. I'm gonna say, can I just fast travel there? And I'm still gonna get lost no matter how many times.
What do I do?
Might have already passed it though. Can't remember. Sorry. No! Did we make it? Yeah, we sure did. All right. And you know what, dude? I think I owe Sky from our last stream and knee. All right. Throw it up. Pray for Wait. Oh, pray for Walt, not Wait. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Thanks, dude. Not the praying type, but... Dear Condo. Adios. Please, dude. He's a good boy. Just watch over him. Thanks. Okay. Thank you. All right. Fucking A. It's my guy. Was that downstairs? Yeah. What's up, Jen?
Quit dawdling and buy something.
You're a Sunday school teacher, but you're also just selling... Oh, because it's... Okay, my bad. Makes sense.
Let me ask you something.
Sorry to interrupt your class. Can we have a quick chat? We wanted to ask you about a kid we've been hired to look into. Name's Curtis. Of all the times. I guess we can if it really can't wait. Let's go somewhere else. Vin explained the request he and the others received from Curtis's mother. Hey, Aaron, thank you very much, man. Good to see you. They also explained his stark change in personality. Right, okay. Not gonna lie, I think his parents are making a storm in a teacup. Kid's not gonna turn into some hardened criminal because of this. But to answer your question, I do know who you're talking about. He came to my tobacco kiosk about an hour ago. He did? Yeah, he asked if I had any tobacco-flavored mints for sale. I told him I don't sell them and that even if I did, a kid like him shouldn't go anywhere near them. He got all huffy and started yelling, called me an old hag, which was nice of him. Wow, I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. Retail, am I right? Thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you very, very much, man. Damn, kid's got balls to say that to your face. What'd he do after that? Beats me. My guess is he went looking for some other place he could sucker into selling him those mints. Makes sense. Thanks for the info. Alright.
Can we talk?
What is it about retail that brings out the worst in people? Just because people... The shoppers have this sense of entitlement like no other. At least in my line of work. Not all of them, but all it takes is that one. All it takes is that one. Got a minute? We want to ask you something about your son. Van explained the request from Roman's wife and summarized the team's findings thus far. What? My son is chewing on tobacco-flavored mints? I can't believe it. He's never been the brightest at school, but I didn't think he'd be that stupid. Sir, please, calm down. As an aside, do you smoke it all yourself? Goddess, no. Why would I? The smell would only make our clients uncomfortable. Then, do you have any idea why Curtis would be taking those tablets? Any idea at all? Oh, I know what's going on with him. Boy must be getting lazy, tired of studying for entrance exams, so he must be taking them as a distraction. What an embarrassment. He's getting real spoiled if he thinks he can get away with all of this nonsense. When I was his age, I was so focused on my studies, I didn't even eat or sleep. Just what in Gehenna is Zora doing raising our son for him to turn out like that? What's his problem? I get he's mad, but he's still the kid's dad.
It sounds like the parents themselves have some issues to work through.
Parents like these, kid's gonna start acting out sooner or later. Thanks for the info. We'll get out of your hair now. No, that's both people on our list. And none of it helped. Dad didn't really tell us anything new about the kid, and we got no info to go on about those mints. Guess the last stop's the bookstore his mom mentioned. He might not even be there, but it can't hurt to talk to him if he is. If he's not, we can always ask the staff. They might know something.
Very well.
Had two customers place their things on the belt next to each other without a stopper between them, so when I had rung a single item from the second customer, she got upset. You think saying I thought that they were together would be fine, but she then said, it is because... Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Good lord. Fucking A, dude. Damn, that blows. I don't want to deal with that shit, man.
May we be on our way?
No, we're supposed to be going to the bookstore.
Let's roll.
Slight detour. Have we gone to the movies yet? I feel like we did. I feel like that's one of the only things we did. No? Okay, yeah, so we already did. All right, we're good. I just said no because your items are touching. Yeah. Wouldn't you know your items were touching? So that's why I thought that they were together. Like, oh, for fuck's sake, lady. Can you cut it out, please?
I see.
Ah, welcome. I hope to see you again.
Can we talk?
I don't see anyone who looks like they could be Curtis. I'll hit up the manager and see what she has to say. Excuse me, does the name Curtis ring any bell by any chance? Van explained the request he and the others received from Curtis's mother. They also explained his stark change in personality. Oh wow, poor Curtis. I had no idea he was going through all of that. He comes here a lot, so one of my workers and I had made a point of looking after him and helping him with his studies. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell you anything about his personal life or those mints you mentioned. That's all news to me. Yeah, Jeff, I couldn't imagine dealing with the shit you gotta deal with too. The tire game? No thanks. Inclement weather? What do you mean it's going to be a wait? I'm sorry there's a blizzard on en route and you just decided now to come in and get winter tires? Yeah, sure, no problem. Like, why? Let's, please, Your Majesty, let's get you right up on the lift first and foremost. On your full mechanical too? Ugh. No, thank you. That's okay. We appreciate you talking to us at all. If you don't mind me asking, could you tell us about the other worker? Oh, I recognize you. You come here a lot too. You're from Aramis, aren't you? His name is Albert. You probably know him, right? Yes, absolutely. I can't believe I forgot that this is where he works. He sure does. He and Curtis seem to get along really well. He would recommend reference books to Curtis to buy and whatnot. Between the two of us, I imagine Albert would know more about him than I do. Foul load of good that'll do us unless we can track the nerd down. Any ideas where he might be? At this hour, he's probably either on campus or somewhere around the Albert district. Best moment in retail for me, asking a customer if she was a fucking moron on the shop floor. No complaint either. It's one of those moments where it just comes out and you go, I can't take that back. And if you like, no complaints come afterwards, you're like, all right, dodge that bullet. You know what I mean? Lothar's, good to see you, handsome. I hope Fan and Little Miss are doing well. Hope you are doing great also, my guy. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go find him. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Fingers crossed he doesn't turn out to be a dead end.
I see.
Albert.
May we be on our way.
Appreciate it very much, man. It's good to see you. Good to be seen by you. Albert.
Is almost over.
Let me ask you something.
Jeff's happy he can relax and watch Daybreak now, is he? Good. Good to know. Good to hear. Yeah, I think the only instance that I broke my I'm not using the mobile app, like the Twitch mobile app rule that I've been imposed on myself was I followed a link to Zach when he was starting it. I didn't dare get on because I knew Jeff was ahead of me. So, and whoever else is ahead of me too, because I know Scott has still been playing it amongst others. And I just know I don't like the TikTok-esque. Like, just start with a thumbnail. Just go back to the thumbnail thing, for the love of God. I know that they said that they're working on changing the app again to some kind of like thumbnail-esque sort of whatever again, but I guess they can't like go back to like what the app was now. Whatever. Dan Clancy, he did like a Q&A with some streamers, I guess, some kind of like podcast, and they're like, well, he said, and I'm just more or less paraphrasing, he was like the hardcore like Twitch users, community members are like the bread and butter, as he worded it. His words, not mine. He goes, we thought that we could, he more or less said after that they're trying to cater more to the kids that, again, his words, not mine, live on TikTok between the ages of 8 and 12, which was appalling to even hear that, but not completely shocking. But then he also followed it up and he said something in the effect of like, but you're not supposed to be on like Twitch if you're under 13 or so, like whatever the heck it was. So, but basically, to completely re-summarize, yeah, they can't just go back to the old app, unfortunately. Yeah, dude, Jeff, that whole situation blows. What a freaking woof moment. No bueno. I'm sorry to call you all of a sudden, Albert. It's all right. It looks like it's something you need to be discreet about. Something like that. We're looking into someone right now. Do you know Curtis? Van's team told Albert what they had heard from Curtis's mom. They also mentioned how he had become a real asshole. Damn it, I knew something was up. He'd been acting strange lately. Maybe unstable is the best word for it. It was very different from his usual self. How long have you known? Yeah, you know, I don't really want to help you. But I guess I noticed it around late October, early November. He was pretty down in the dumps before that, saying he'd lost motivation. But he then started being all excited about his studies all of a sudden. Something was off about it, though. I don't know where all the enthusiasm came from. Nicotine. How could I forget Sky Remake? Yeah. You know? Just a quick sizzle reel at the Nintendo Direct, and then thankfully we got like a full trailer on Nintendo's Nintendo JP's YouTube. Looks great. I'm psyched on it. I was dead wrong in my assumption that it was just going to be a Sky Trilogy port. I still hope that happens, but yeah, I mean, we're getting a friggin' remake, man. I'm psyched on it. Still holding out hope that we get the Sky Trilogy ported. You know, somewhere along the lines. If it is a Switch exclusive, I bet it'll be a year that it comes out on everything else. I don't personally think that it's going to be a Switch exclusive. I feel like it's like any other like event. Xbox isn't going to be like, go play this game on PlayStation, and PlayStation's not going to be like, go play this game on Xbox. Nintendo's the same way, in my opinion. They're not going to like openly advertise for like their competitors, maybe? I don't know. Time to Switch, you think? That would be interesting. Looked at some of the other Trails games release dates, and some are weird. What do you mean, Dan? Timed exclusive, most likely. That's a strange one. Have there been other like timed exclusive? I mean, actually, that's kind of a yeah. Because I mean, it didn't, or at least Cold Steel 4 didn't come to PC till like a year later. All Falcom games are okay. Took like 2 years for Zero to get to Windows and JP when it came out on. Oh, okay. Most launch on PS4 first and hit Switch after. Even a Switch timed exclusive would be weird, but as long as I can play it at some point, yeah, for real. Yeah, and I would probably double dip on that. I would probably scoop it for the Switch, and then I would scoop it on PC when it came this way. But very exciting. It looks beautiful. Looks gorgeous. Looks like they're going to stick with the, at least from the little bit that we saw, it looks like they're going to use a battle system akin to Daybreak's, minus like the shard skills, I guess, from what we could see. So, this has been insulating us from Falcom's poor release practices. Throw money at them for a remake. Just the fact that they made an accessible beginning to the timeline. Absolutely. There's no action. Yeah, that's why I thought I had said sans like shard skills. There is an action element where you can get like a preemptive strike. I feel like that's what it looked like to me, a la like Cold Steel. Cold Steel to get a preemptive. Two things about the Sky remake. First off, I think it'll be a Time Switch exclusive. This is because of the recent East, the Oath of Felghana Japanese Switch remaster that came out PS4, PS5 after a year. Secondly, and I can't be too specific on this due to spoilers, but I heavily believe it'll be a 7 remake type situation. Like they're going to completely redo the story? It's like Cold Steel 4, only you can use arts and crafts on the field, apparently. Cool. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. Nobody knows, and we're not going to know till we get it. I feel like if they're going to do the remake, they'll have room to expand on characters. You know what I mean? But I don't think they're going to like completely rewrite the entire like story. They said that they'd add stuff to tie into. Yeah, see, like, and that I'm all for. So if you want to, like, you know, Tarantino it and go back and establish some grassroots. Yeah, none of the time travel stuff. We're actually in an alternate reality. Oh, dearie. They have said minor adjustments to story to make sense. Think Yuna and Toa and Crossbelt. Yeah, during the trade conference, yeah. Yeah, Victorio, for sure. Definitely. Yeah, Daps. I think Daps got the right idea, too. Yeah, might see Ash in a flashback to Hamel. That'd be some wild shit, too, dude. Golly. Let's bring it. Yeah, Van cameo, Sky the Third, and all the Ren stuff. Please and thank you. Yeah, if that's what they wanted to do, sure. Definitely. I feel like that would be the most advantageous. Oh, what did I do? Oh, that would be like the most advantageous for the rest of the series, you know? Not like rewrite the whole story and change it up like that. I hope they don't, personally. I like the story as it is. But yeah, be able to tie up loose ends or, you know, further, I don't know, cement character, build on characters. You know what I'm trying to say, kind of, sort of. But yeah. But like, I'm psyched on it for sure. I still hope that at the end of the day, at some point, some way, they get the Sky trilogy, like the OG trilogy, to modern consoles. Might even have Annalise say stuff about her granddaddy and the 8 Leaves stuff. I'm on board, dude. Give me more. Give me more. More trails, the better, right? Ending of Sky the first, I gotta see though. Yeah, I need to see that ending in 3D. Need that ice cream to hit the ground. Keep the dope-ass camera work like they've done in Daybreak. Oh, sign me up. We get to see the poo monsters in Gehenna. Stupid penguins. Ugh. Get to see Tita. See a lot of shit, man. Give me Kevin. Sakura Morning Moon. Oh, golly. Need more. Yeah, Abyss Worms. The ones here in Daybreak have sucked too. Yeah, FC ending in 3D. Nuts. Thank you for letting us know. Have you heard anything in particular about his friends? As if he was hanging around with a bad crowd. No, not really. Didn't look like it anyway. Wait, maybe. It's not quite that. But I remember someone that looked like him hanging around the back streets in the Tyrell district. The ice cream will look so delicious. Yeah. Yeah, playable. Dude, that fight scene between Estelle and Annalise, like the sparring session, fucking A, man. Agate fighting the masked guard. Whoo! Yeah, 3D, the good Kurt. The real good Kurt. Since it was at night and the guy he was talking to looked real shady, I kind of just assumed it couldn't be Curtis. Damn it, maybe that's the guy that... Come on, stop mumbling and out with it already. We've been warned at school to watch out for a suspicious man that hangs around Tyrell's back streets. He apparently sells tobacco and hard drugs to young people. That's what the rumors say anyway. I should have made the connection earlier. Curtis could have bought the tablets from him. That makes a lot of sense. Maybe he's going to meet him today when he said he was going to the bookstore. Looks like it anyway. Next stop, Tyrell's back streets. Well, I'm glad I could be of help. Please, do something for Curtis. We will. Thank you for your help, Albert. The Duke. Dude, 3D Gilbert? Holy shit, man. 3D Gilbert. Well, a different, you know, Steward Gilbert. We've seen 3D Gilbert, but you know what I mean. Steward Gilbert. Best Butler Philip in 3D? Holy shit, man. Possibilities are endless.
Wow, this cathedral isn't as big as the one in Aracion, but it's still pretty massive.
Mayor Maybell, do the Arce.
The interior is also quite beautiful, and it's such a soothing place to be in.
Looks like they're busy getting ready for the memorial.
Whoa! Shit, alright.
All right, I think I largely understand. While I don't intend to encourage your illicit activities, I do, however, agree that something must be done about Almata and their legacy. You're welcome to come and go from here as needed while you're in the capital.
How very kind of you. Nah, but seriously, I appreciate the help. I was kind of expecting higher up in the congregation for divine worship to have a stick jammed up there. Celise, you're being rude. However, I will agree that it's a little surprising.
Hardly. Let's just say that arrangements have been made by someone else already. And speaking of them...
My, what a coincidence. Father Bart, wait, shit, Master Bearguard.
Celise, Leon, it's been about a week. Nice to see you too, Bishop Orwell. It's been a while. I appreciate you making arrangements. Don't mention it. We might not be part of the same organization, but you always did well by me when you were on active duty. Now, if you'll excuse me, I shall take my leave. Take however much time you need, all of you.
Fun fact, they don't let you up the stairs to see this event unless Bearguard is in your party. It took me a while of shoving my face into the invisible... Oh, no shit. Well, imagine that. That's pretty cool. Guess they probably would have kicked us out the door if it wasn't for you, eh, Master? Though, we've managed quite a lot on our own.
Now, don't be so put out. Building bridges where there used to be none takes time. So what's the current status? I do not believe the rubble's been cleared in Arasion yet.
Right, about that. Oh, you're still sticking with these jerks, Master? I was under the impression you were merely accompanying them as a matter of necessity and that you'd part ways after business was settled in Arasion. You know, you can just say hello, right? Ain't gonna deny we're not cut from the cleanest cloth.
Let us just say it's a complicated matter. For the time being, it would be far more beneficial to stick with them than act alone. It isn't too unlike the reason that brought you to the capital in the first place.
You never pull a punch. We left the Second Dominion in charge of cleaning up that mess. Those partitions of his should... Yeah, partitions. Read that one right. Should help look for shit faster than I ever could. Abbas' team also arrived to lend a hand.
Bring back the bald!
He's been acting separately from Vazi quite often lately. Though dude, all these name drops, like, let's go. I'm all about it. We didn't get Thomas by name, but Wazi, Abbas, I'm all about it. Let's go. No, I guess that's what you ought to expect from the master of the Kunlun school.
I will leave you to it then. I'm glad you're doing well. Hopefully I will get to see them sometime. Kevin and Gaius too.
Yeah! Name drop! Kevin Name Drop! Let's go! That's his new name. Kevin Name Drop. Kevin Name Drop. That's his name. Need my onion. Please, maybe that'll get him off our backs. The commander's not said shit, so they're bothering us about it instead. That's the commander. That's the commander for you. Were they to upset her, she would sooner drink them under the table than speak frankly. They're well aware of that. So wait a minute, hang on. Are they referring to Scarlet, the commander? They're having fun. How much of a big deal is Gramps? No. Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry. Okay, yeah. The commander. Yeah, that would definitely make way more sense, because, yeah, she could fucking put him back. Someone's fawning over him everywhere we go. He looks to be very well acquainted and respected by a lot of high-ranking individuals. He's got a lot of apprentices outside the church like me, but Why would those idiots be all the way here? Why would these idiots be all the way here? What's so important to leave artifact retrieval to someone else? And we're talking about Almada's legacy? Could that mean? No, it can't, can it? Something bugging you, Arkride? Need to let some steam off? We never declared a proper victor for that little game, so why don't you square up for another round? Mind chilling for just a second. If you've got some pent-up energy, go bother someone else. Besides, a lot of other players are out here in the capital today. Not that that might have anything to do with why you two are here. Yo, Ichi, what's up, my guy? Love you too, big guy. How you doing? Little Mario Kart action? Let's go, man. Love it. How was it? How was your stream, dude? Good to see you. Do feel free to guess. I'd love to hope for nothing to happen whatsoever, but we're not naive enough to let our guard down. We're merely here as insurance, not unlike you, Spriggan. Fine, guess you got a point. They get along like cats and dogs. Pretty boy over there looks like he has a bone to pick with Van, but I don't think it has anything to do with Bearguard. Lacrimosa, what's up, bud? How are you? Ilfinity, what's up, dude? Good to see you too. What's shaking? How are you? Fun fact, an image of the previous chapter of All the Dominion had to be patched after Kuro's original Japanese release. They had to patch an image of Kevin in his... Oh, you know what? So, Daft, it might have been Dan. Somebody in Discord had actually posted that, like the one after the other. Might have been Dan, might have been Phil. Somebody had posted it, though. Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, Kevin does exist, by the way. Oh wait, no, we were outside. It was Phil. Okay. Make sure I give the correct credit where it's due. What the hell am I doing? No.
Taking off now.
Poor onion. It was good just playing with my sister cutting up. Oh yeah?
Rainfall, thank you for walking into my life.
You're welcome. Yeah, right? Just a dude selling stuff. Here he is. That's got to be the seller, right? He just looks like it. Only one way to find out. I'll pose as a customer and try talking to him. You guys hang out here. If we approach him as a group, he'll probably get spooked. Makes sense to me. Good luck, Van. Whoa, hold on a minute, Chief. We're talking about a guy who deals to kids. He's not going to want to sell to an old fart like you. I'll never miss an opportunity to remind me that I'm older than you, do you? But you might have a point. If his client base is students like Curtis, then I sure as hell am out. Oh, Van, don't let Aaron get to you. You're still perfectly young. Yeah, don't worry about it. You should be more confident. Nah, I agree. I'm not the best man for the job. It ought to be someone who looks rebellious enough to enjoy taking drugs, or else our guy won't bite. You're up, kid. Show this old man what a young punk like you can deliver. Hell yeah! I'll deliver all right. Just watch and learn. Yo, dude! Heard you could hook me up with some good shit. That true? Who the hell are you? Good friend of mine told me about you. Said you've got some kick-ass mints that can get you high. Emphasis on the kick. Mind hooking me up with some? I'll pay you whatever you want if that's good. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. That lanky-ass school kid fill you in? I'll let you in on a secret. That stuff originally came straight from the pharmaceutical company. I hadn't heard of them before, but I guess they got busted by the cops or something like that. They were out of the market for only a hot minute before they were only on the market for a hot minute before they were taken off. I just sold the last of my stock to that kid a little while ago. You kidding me? All that talking, you got nothing to deliver? Way to let a guy down. Hey, trust me, I'd love to have more so I can make even more money, but it is what it is. Seems like that kid's developed a real dependence on him, though. I tried telling him that what I just told you, but he got all pissy with me. Told me to give him more before chucking what he had like a little baby. Stuff like that's why I freaking hate dealing with addicts like him. They've always got to make everything hard. Bingo, so the kid really did just come through here. Sounds pretty shitty, yeah. What did he do after he threw that temper tantrum? I suggested some other stuff to try, but he wouldn't listen to me. All he wants are those mints, it seems. So I told him to try the Blacklight District just to finally get the kid out of my face. Even told him how to get down there for good measure. Hopefully he'll leave me alone now. Blacklight District, huh? That's a good idea. I could definitely see someone down there hawking the stuff in some dark and dingy corner. That's all you're after too, just those mints? Got plenty of other perfectly good stuff, you know. I'll even give you a free hit. You should try it. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm only interested in those mints too. Great, thanks for nothing. What a waste of time this was. I think I'm gonna try selling somewhere else today. Seeing here's deader than a stuffed palm. Hey, Hydra, what's up, man? How are you? Nice work. Sounds like you got a lot out of that dirt bag. I'm just glad we have an idea of where Curtis might be now. I bet we can guess where those mints came from, too. Yeah, it's probably a dummy corporation set up by A. Now all we need to do is find the kid and hear his side of the story. Seeing as he's on his way to the Blacklight District, let's focus on dragging him out first. We can question him after that. Sounds good to me. A place like that's going to be dangerous for a kid like him before long.
Let's track him down and get him out of there.
Doing okay today? Good to hear, man.
What are we waiting for?
I don't think I've seen you before.
Oh, yeah?
Finally! I finally found you! Yeah, you're Masha, right? The herb seller? Tell me you've got the mints I'm looking for. Say, I don't think I recognize you. You look like you came from the surface, the way you're dressed. What's up? Oh, wait a minute! Sky, a little name change action? Or is this a second Sky? Hate to break it to you, but I don't stock that garbage. Honestly, you should really quit those things if you knew what was good for you. Liar! You have those mints, I know it! If I don't get more of those mints, I'm... Bingo! Knew this is where we'd find our Poindexter. Huh? What do you want? I could swear I recognize you from somewhere. You're Curtis, right? Clearly something's going on with this kid here. Mind filling me in? Sure. His mom sent out a request for us. Van & Company brought the two up to speed on the events that brought them here. They clarified that the mints Curtis had been eating were reportedly laced with illicit substances. What? I didn't hear anything about that. All I knew was that they were hard to come by. I thought that they were ordinary mints that just happened to taste like tobacco. Oh, there's more to them than that. Much more. I heard they were manufactured by A and that they leaked out onto the streets before the cops did their post-Starboard roundup. The CID stamped out their pipeline, so they're not being made anymore. It's only a matter of time before they're off the streets completely. Well, that's a relief. I get you kids like to rebel against your parents, but hard drugs aren't exactly the gotcha you think they are. It's not about that! I'm not trying to rebel! I need those mints! Why can't you simpletons understand? It's not worth damaging your body. You really need to stop. You're already showing side effects, bud. That outburst there, probably the mints making you irritable and prone to withdrawal. Like it or not, those things are having an impact on you, and they're only gonna get worse the longer you're on them. I know that! For crying out loud, I know they're dangerous, but I have to take them! If I don't have them, I can't study hard enough! This dude is taking the Zamirian equivalent of Adderall. That's what this is right here. This dude is taking like 20 milligrams of Adderall every single day, and then he's just like cold turkey. He's like, I need them! Whew. And if I can't study hard enough, I'll fail my entrance exam, and then I'll just be another stupid kid like all the rest. I don't even want to imagine what my parents would react if that happens. He'll yell and scream and maybe kick me out of the house. My life's over, isn't it? This poor kid, I feel awful for him. This poor kid's been driven into a corner. We have to hold his parents accountable. No middle schooler should be stressing like this. Hold his parents accountable? This kid just keeps wanting to do speed and it's a parent's fault? I'm sorry, bro. Like, I understand getting pressured by parents, but holy shit. His parents didn't, like, shove fucking speed into his mouth and be like, eat it now. He's the one that kept taking it. All right, Sky.
Fear not, young man. So long as we're on this case, we won't let your parents unjustly punish you, that I promise.
Okay, I didn't sign up to be this family's counselor. No way, dude. They didn't put the fucking pills into the kid's mouth, literally. No way they didn't. He still took them on his own. The parents weren't there to tell him not to take speed. I mean, like, look, I get every family dynamic's gonna be different, but like, I've done Adderall before, and like, I'm not gonna blame my parents because I went through withdrawals because they weren't there to tell me to not take Adderall. Like, and I didn't even get pressured to do well in school either. They pressured him to do well in school and offered zero support, so he sought it elsewhere. Sought it by taking drugs? I mean, all right. It's one avenue, I suppose. Oof. His parents think that his value is tied to his educational performance. Yeah, okay. That much I get, but again, I'm just going back to, like, they didn't shove the pills in his mouth. There's a difference between, like, prescribed Adderall and the lay shit on the streets that's made to get you hooked harder. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I've never taken, like, street Adderall. I've taken, like, prescription Adderall. And coming off of it, yeah, I was very surly, for sure. I was very ornery. Doing the old cold turkey. I knew Mentos were sus. But it's pretty clear to me that the parents share some of the blame here. We're gonna need to give them a talking to. I know you're not gonna like this, but I need you to be part of that discussion with us, okay? If you don't mind me asking, do you know who sold those mints to him in the first place? We do, actually. Blonde guy, goatee. Seemed like he had a habit of slinging his stuff around town. Oh, him? Should have figured. Don't you guys worry. He hasn't been on the streets for long. I'll be sure to remind him of the rules we have here. Though, frankly, if he's going around selling drugs to children, he won't be on the streets for long. Thanks, we'd really appreciate it. Saves us the ball ache of having to find him again. I probably ought to report back to Renee before doing anything else, though. Now that we're done here, let's swing back around to Bramati's place and fill him in on the details. Good idea. Maybe he can take a look at Curtis and diagnose his condition, too. Van and company quickly got to work, paying Bramati a visit and filling him in on their minty mystery. Having previously analyzed the ingredients found in the Orbital hookahs, Bramati was able to prescribe sorely needed medicine for the boy. And once Curtis's symptoms subsided, Van contacted his parents. They agreed to reconvene at the family's home so that the group could report their findings. Okay, now that everyone's here, we can get started. Well, what did you find? Was I right? Has Curtis made some bad friends? Bah, I'm sure it's just a typical rebellious teen phase. Let's go over what we found and then we can take things from there. Van began by discussing how Curtis bought the tobacco-flavored mints from a dealer on a whim. Curtis soon had developed a dependency on them since his academics improved when he used them. Van also brought up how the mints were laced with drugs. Though the side effects were light, Curtis soon started taking prescription medicine, thinking it would cure him. This is all so much to take in. I feel so dizzy simply thinking about it. To think my own son would be taking prescription drugs. He's even worse than I could have imagined. I'm very disappointed in you. Is this the thanks I get after supporting you in your studies unconditionally? What do you have to say for yourself, young man? Sorry. Keep it down, will ya? Or do you want the neighbors to hear you? That's for you. Did you forget that your father just started working again? I don't have time for this nonsense, and yet here you are, causing me nothing but problems, as if I don't have enough on my plate already. I practically had to beg for some time off work to come have this conversation with you. Are you even aware of what I'm going through? I'm sorry. I'm honestly surprised at the total lack of shame here. So am I. Are you actually sorry for what you've put us through, young man? I trust the police aren't going to have to get involved at this point. The last thing I need is for my son to get arrested. Now that will really get me fired. No, you two got it all wrong. He's not the one that should be ashamed. It's you two. You should be mortified. Though, I guess that's up to you. Can't force either of you to feel guilty. Guilty? Why should I even feel guilty for? What should I even feel guilty for? Don't try and change the subject. Curtis is the one that's acting like a delinquent. This isn't about us. On the contrary, this is all about you folks. Or did you forget already? You asked us to figure out why your kid changed. We're serving you the answer on a silver platter. Curtis was hitting a dead end with his studies and felt like he was being driven into a corner. That may be true, but I fail to see what that has to do with either of us. Well, since you're not getting it, I'll spell it out for you. Your son didn't fall in with a bad crowd or change because of some damned mints. It's all his parents' fault, a neglectful pair that failed to notice that what he was going through. Or maybe he just didn't want to. I knew I wouldn't like where this conversation was headed. Where did I fail as a father, huh? Have you two ever stopped to think about how Curtis feels? I don't know everything about your family, but it looks like you two only worry about what you want for him and not what he wants. And who are you thinking you can tell us how to run our family? You don't have the slightest idea of how hard I've worked for this. Also, Curtis could get into a prestigious high school. His future would be set. Exactly. Do you know how much money I've spent on his textbooks and mock tests? I've done all that despite my work situation. This conversation's getting nowhere and fast. Should have known they wouldn't listen. It'd feel wrong bailing out and leaving the kid out to dry, though. Not really my style, but I guess it's time for a little marriage counseling. Oh my gosh. Recommended divorce? Jesus Christ. I feel like that's pretty extreme. Bring up their family bonds? Yeah, I'm gonna go family bonds. Divorce is based? Divorce is not based. Tears families apart. Maybe talking about their family bonds will get these two to snap out of it. Yo, Musashi, what's good, man? I got you.
Give me a hell yeah! What?
Yeah, Dan, it's kind of like it didn't really feel fitting for the conversation. Recommended divorce. Like, hey, why don't you guys just cut it? That's what I did in my Kuro run, and the relationship. Golly, is it the same thing as like killing? just get a divorce. Has it ever crossed your mind just why your son was so desperate with his studies? They do make up with the divorce option. Oh, okay. Who knows? Maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but shit looks like he was just trying to live up to those lofty expectations of yours. That's not why. I just thought a good student should go to a prestigious school. And then you hit a brick wall, so that's when you started turning to those mints to get into Aramis. And at the end of the day, is that what you wanted? I mean, sounds to me like you really what you really wanted was to not let your folks down. You put in all the effort so they would finally acknowledge you. I don't know what to say. And while your son's busting in his balls to succeed, what support did he have? He had a mother and twisted her love and affection for her child into a leash. And a father acting only out of his own self-righteousness without ever stop and look back at his family. Honestly, none of you ever did. You two don't know the first thing about taking care of a kid if you think this sad excuse of parenting's the best way to raise him. I'm so sorry. I wanted to support you, but it turns out all I was doing was burdening you even more. I might have let it get to my head, having so much power over managing your life. I failed you as a mother. I should have believed in you and I didn't. I'm also sorry, son. I thought it was my job as the man of the house to provide for my family and that it was your mother's job to raise you instead. When I was demoted at work, I thought I'd failed you all. But that's not when this all started. It began with me neglecting you and what really should have been my role within this family. Dad, Mom. I think it's time for us three to sit down and talk as a family. Talk and figure out where we went wrong and how to fix things. You're right. It's time we stopped running from reality and started trying to work together. Yeah, I guess so. We really do need to talk. Whew. Glad things have finally calmed down. You had me on the edge of my seat the whole time.
That was some fine work diffusing the situation. No one does it quite like you, Van.
Nah, wasn't anything special. Just did what I felt was needed to turn things around. I don't got anything else to add here. The rest is up to you. And don't worry about the whole drug deal. We'll take care of it discreetly so it doesn't become public. We'll get out of your hair now. Good luck, y'all.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys.
Thank you.
Reward deposited.
All right. Some more law. Yeah, I feel like the divorce option was just like laughably extreme. It's like, holy shit, man. Just go straight for divorce, huh? All right.
May we be
Jeez.
on our way.
Just end it. Golly. Still out for a jog. Oh, yo, what's up, gang? Gotta stop the bleeding? Dog, I guess so. That's a rough one, though, dude. Hey, what's up, Eris? How are you, man? Prefaced as a way to shock the family into changing, Van doesn't want them to get divorced. Oh, yeah, no, I understand the after the fact, I understand what it would have done. Like, what? Divorce? Like, no, we gotta change. Hi, guys. It's Sarah and Shahina. I see Sylphide's with you, too.
Acquaintances of yours?
We met each other back in Tharbad. Nice to see you. It's been a while. What brings you guys here? We bumped into each other in town, so I'm showing them around now. We have a guest role in Director Gotti's new film, so we're invited to come here. You'll be in Director Gotti's next film? Congratulations! Careful with that, perv. Don't let him goad you into doing some skeevy scene or event. Don't worry, Nina and I are keeping an eye on him to make sure he won't try anything funny. Thank you for doing that. Actually, we are on our way to your office to say hi, Van. You got ahead of us here. Huh. If you have the time, feel free to stop by for a visit anytime. I'm usually free during the day. We'll be staying until the Revolution Festival, so I'm sure we'll have a chance to visit. We'll get out our reserve of special snacks for you. You mean my reserve? The ones I saved for myself? Oh, you were saving those? Whoops, I ate all of them already. Son of a... It's so good. They always just have such a good rapport. I went for as much Chaos and Gray the first run, but I laughed and noped out of the divorce option. Maybe it's just because it hits home for me. It's like, no divorce, man. I don't want the poor boys folks getting divorced. Then you'll have the whole, you tell your mother this, and then you tell your father that. It's like, ugh, what a pickle to put a kid in. I can tell you from experience, it sucks. Can't play anything now? Bummer. Working hard as usual, I see. The incident with A is still making waves. All of my sources are still abuzz talking about it. Got any juicy info you wouldn't mind sharing? Of course I do. There's still some of A's gangsters out and about. It's quite concerning knowing we have some stragglers laying low in the capital. Yeah, it worries me too. Melchior, not worth the time. We should still keep an eye out just in case we come across any information regarding their whereabouts. As long as it doesn't get in the way of everything else we're doing, it sounds good to me. Well, all right. So, Bearguard, Fee. So, Bearguard, I seem to remember chasing you from church to church a few years ago. Yeah. Kept getting away on a motorcycle, you rascal. Good here.
What are we waiting for?
So, yeah, we've got... Oh, so we've got two here? Oh, no, it's... Okay, so that's... Dingo Taxi, gotcha. And then there's another one? All right. Because then after that, we have... Got to make our choices. I'm not going to do Ren just because Ren is maxed out, even though I want to do Ren. And Humes is amazing. We'll probably go, I mean, I'll be able to do, yeah, so after I finish them all, I'll be able to do 3, right? Ren's is really cool. Could save Scum to see it. Oh, fuck it, we'll just do it, man. We'll just do it. Oh my gosh, look at this lineup. Nice little party you guys got here. Don't mind if I do. Well, if it isn't Aaron and Arkwright crew, good to see you've kept well. Huh, never thought I'd see a Bracer, a Hayway Elder, a Marduk security chief, and the CID head all banded together like this. Can't deny it makes me a bit on edge, though. Types from both sides of the law tend not to mix well. I assure you, it's much less charged than you make it out to be. We're just exchanging information and confirming agreements. Please, pay us no mind. Kasim. Oh, I haven't seen you since Oracion. We were actually just talking about how to go about cleaning up that mess. Taking care of the Armada remnants, you mean? Yeah, we've smoked out pretty much all the hideouts they had left. We were taking our measures, of course, mostly concerning Armada's trade and supply routes. The more problematic trade routes have been taken care of. Hayway will see to the rest. But that's just what you were hoping for. We did also uncover some artifacts they had been using. The church is handling those.
Yes, Celise and Leon took care of that.
Well, good to hear that's taken care of. Cool. Nice to not have that looming over the festival. In truth, that's why I'm here. The festival has the full support of the Kowloon group this year. That, of course, does lead to some overlap between us and Marduk. I'm here to make sure we don't step on each other's toes, so to speak. I can't tell you much, I'm afraid, only the general approach HQ is taking. You'll have to wait 3 days for more in-depth negotiations. Mr. Thorndyke will be holding a meeting to go over our itinerary. Well, then you're right. Now probably isn't the best time. Can't go jumping the gun. They're discussing all sorts of things from the looks of it. Yeah, nothing to do with us, though. On the contrary, I do have some information you might find useful. We're still tracking down some Armada holdouts that have taken to the underground, along with some of the hate groups they used for their ends. Leftovers, huh? And Melchior's still on the run too. Can't count them out just yet. He pulls those thugs back up, and we'll have Armada 2 on our hands. Indeed, it's quite the wild card. We haven't seen any movements from him as of late. But then, that means he hasn't been contacting said remnants either. The Guild's working on exposing Armada's business ties. We want to pull it all out by the roots. Elaine and some S ranks from HQ are in charge of that. Gotcha. How's she doing out of curiosity? Sorry, can't say for sure. She should be back tomorrow, though. I'm sure she'd appreciate a nice warm welcome when she gets home. Butt out, bucko. Fucking back off, bro. Have some chill, my guy. Who you calling bucko, Chief? Oh, that car there is a checker pattern. That's gotta be it. That's the taxi. Driver's gotta be close. Let's sniff him out. I got a big enough beak. I can do some sniffing.
Gonna eat something?
Hey, welcome.
Thanks, pal.
Was that red shirt in the lobby Maxim? It could have been. I don't know. I can double back and check after this.
Let me ask you something.
Is his name Giordano? Yeah, he looks like a Giordano for sure. Oh, well, if it isn't the big boy with a cute girl hugging his arm. Never thought you'd ask me about that name and notebook. Wonders never cease, huh? Ah, looks like we found our guy. So word is you were scratching Dingo's back every now and then. Yep, I may not look it, but I used to run all over the Republic taking odd jobs on the down low. I was on this smuggling run once and bam, I bumped right into him. That's how we met. That must have been, 10 years ago? Dingo would have been around 20, I think. All right. So do you know how he got tangled up with Almada back then, too? Oh, my boy, do I ever. That was what led him to ask for help out of the city that day. I snuck him out just like that. He hopped on a bus for Cray, and that was the last I saw of him. In retrospect, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have let his dumb ass do that. It wasn't your fault, Giordano. Don't beat yourself up over it. You weren't the one who killed him. It was Almada. Not even. Dantes owned that shitheel. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Heard he got what was coming to him at the old Capitol. I bet Dingo's laughing up there. I'm happy karma came around for the bastard. I hope it makes him feel better. He really regretted being the guy's broker in his past. Dantes really wasn't the same guy once he took over. So that's his background, huh? Not trying to justify him, but Dantes used to have a good rep on the streets. He had a code and he stuck to it, and that let people trust him. No wonder he ended up so popular with how much everybody hated the head honcho before him. He got Dingo, hook, line, and stinker. Dingo was his informant, fed him the info he needed to bring the old guy down. Now, instead, we have his monster he built. A monster, huh? A fitting title for him. I'm not too privy to what happened beyond that, so I don't want to speculate. So you're looking for Dingo's old notebook and you think I've got it? Bingo. Please, may I please have it? Well, I'd love to give it to you, but I'm afraid I can't. Why not? Is there something you wanted done first? What? Pretty boy say it was for your eyes only? Well, he told me to keep an eye out for this Spriggan guy and a newbie reporter. If anything happened to him, he wanted me to give this here key to whichever you two I bump into first. Obtained a coin locker key. Oh. So what is this key for? Looks like a key for a station coin locker, like you'd see around the subway. Spot on. He said he stashed it in the easiest locker he could find. I'm not sure what he meant by that, though. I have no idea which station it's at. Got it. The easiest locker he could find? Where would that be? Well, that about gives it away. Oh, could it be the one by Van's office? Probably. Let's head on back and take a look. Thanks a bunch, Giordano. Maybe I'll make it up to you with a joyride one of these days. And I feel like it. Ha ha! You just call me anytime you're placid and I'll be your DD. Facts. That guy just gave me straight up, like, New York City taxi cab driver vibes. Okay.
Off we go.
Oh, shit. Hold on, let me go back. My bad.
May we be on our way.
I know I could have just fast traveled to the hotel, but...
That's fair.
That's true.
It certainly is, Maxim. Yo, Philly, thanks, man. I had a little bit of practice earlier because Youngblood got a new book from the library today. 5-minute Paw Patrol stories. So, you know, I had to do my best voices.
May we be on our way.
As best I could.
What do I do?
That key we got from the driver probably goes to one of the coin lockers here. What do you say? Should we check what's inside? Absolutely, I'm ready. Well, I'm not, because I gotta go number 1, so sorry, but BRB, promise. Okay. All right. Okay, let's head in. Marielle and the others found the coin lockers tucked away in a corner of the subway station. They located the one that corresponded with the key they held, finding a black leather notebook inside. The group then proceeded to move to a quiet location in order to inspect the contents of the notebook. Damn dog. Is it Feral Jas? Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. Probably didn't, but thank you very much for the follow, man. Welcome to Britopia. Pleasure to meet you. Thanks for being here. This is something, all right. I didn't get to talk to Dingo much, but I know for a fact that he was an outstanding man. Indeed, not just anyone would pursue Almada to the degree he did without backup. It was probably his way of making amends for the role he played in Dante's rise to power. These notes mention how the previous boss's family was murdered too. Even they didn't get spared. That's horrible. Such a heavy burden for him to carry. But that wasn't his fault. He couldn't have known what was gonna happen. I can't imagine he felt like he could be in the public eye anymore after that. And that's why he took me under his wing, a good-for-nothing rookie. That wasn't a toot, by the way.
It appears he compiled quite a few notes about the ringleaders we took down in Racion as well.
Yeah, let's take a look. Oh shit. So can I read all of these, or is it just gonna be like you can only do like one or two? Because if we can do them all, we'll just take it right from the top. Yes, all. Okay, bingo. Viola, gender female, age 26, originally from a minor noble family in the Cadis region in the Central East. Her family fell into bankruptcy after Cadis's annexation by Valis. Viola herself being sold off to a wealthy merchant so they could make ends meet. Oof. She soon fell into the hands of a criminal organization that was targeting the merchant. Though initially nothing more than a plaything and object of pleasure, she eventually managed to oust the boss and wrestle control into her own hands. Her brutal leadership reputation precedes her. When, 2 years later, the group tried to expand their influence into Calvard, they caught the attention of Almada. Conflict with them was brief, as they were quickly obliterated by Dantes, to whom Viola swore loyalty afterward. As a consequence of her turbulent past, she's incredibly dependent on Dantes, which might be the reason she harbors a fierce rivalry with her fellow Melchior. This position's equivalent within their positions, equivalent within the organization. Though the body of her needle gun was produced by Zect Arms, the full piece is not part of their original lineup. Further research regarding the origin of her weapon is needed. Again, like, look, people had the opportunity to, shing, during Aracion, but still feel like she could be a great squire, Off to the Septian Church you go. Alexander, 35. Holy mackerel. Born in the former Principality of North Ambria in northwestern Zemuria, he was 5 years old when the Salt Pale appeared, sowing chaos in his homeland. Him and his father, then protectors of the ruling family, fled alongside Prince Balmond when he fled the country. Spent most of his childhood and adolescent years in the free city of Taslim. Trained by his father in the traditional military arts of their homeland, he served the former ruling family until the age of 25, though his life was soon thrown into chaos. His father and he were both ordered to retake North Ambria following the death of the Northern Jaegers figurehead, the current ruler since Prince Balmond's escape. After their assault on North Ambria's capital, Haliask, they managed to seize and control the city for a time, acting as its effective government before being overthrown by the Northern Jaegers. This ensued a massacre of the remaining civilians in Haliask, mandated by the crazed former Prince Balmond. Standing in opposition with one another, Alexander and his father dueled to the death, Alexander emerging victorious before withdrawing from the battlefield. Though his current whereabouts are unknown, he's in jail with the Bracers. It is believed that Prince Balmond was swiftly and secretly executed by the Northern Jaegers following his capture. Wandering from one corps to another, Alexander was eventually scouted out by Dantes himself and brought into a leadership position within Armada. Though outwardly austere and restrained, he's merciless in combat, sparing none who dare cross him. His ultimate goal being the search for his final resting place, as he rejected any attempt at persuading him. He has rejected any attempt at persuading him to leave Armada. Despite the mechanized gauntlets he wields not being part of their official lineup, it does appear that they were developed by Zect Arms. Olympia, female, age 19. Little is known about her, although she allegedly hails from a remote village hidden in eastern Zemuria. Rumors say the entire village was comprised of heretical puppeteers who worshipped a doll made in the image of an angel. Though, to be an artifact of some sort, the doll was looked after by a medium. The village's gruesome customs mandated that those close to the medium were to be offered as sacrifices. These sacrifices spared no one, not friends nor family. Though, soon, tragedy befell the village, leaving Olympia and the doll alone to wander the continent after the demise of all they knew. Multiple records suggest instances of criminals being slaughtered when encroaching on the wandering pair. She was later inducted into the Gardens, the assassin organization, and made overseer of the Garden of Arum. Though it appears she's been mostly left to her own devices after being invited by the other overseers, these including Melchior and the Emperor. If I were to guess, the incident that took place in her village led to her and the angel developing a psychologically interdependent relationship, resulting in her autonomy and emotional expression diminishing. Gotta get back into the reading swing of things, friends. Sorry. In light of the crisis that's made the Gardens join forces, she may have a chance to reclaim the lost capacity, albeit an incredibly slim one. So, the one thing I'm taking away from most of this right now is Zect Arms is sus supreme. Okay, yeah. All right, Dan, same page. Good. Perfecto. Yeah, well, I gave him a resting place, so yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Now, after reading that, I kind of wish I would, like, I'm glad I saved Viola. Obviously glad I saved Olympia. Kind of now, after reading this, feel like maybe Alex, I should have, like, Hey, Jose, what's up, man? How are you? I hope all has been well with you and yours, dude. What's going on? You let them live? I let them all live, dude. Goddamn bracer blood. Arioch, age over 150? Question mark. In contrast to the known, confirmed leaders of Armada and Garden's overseers, eyewitness reports of him are few. What we do know of him, the Garden of Rust's overseer, is that he's a very dangerous man clad in heavy armor. Much of the information about him stretches belief, including how he was supposedly born in a different time period altogether, over 150 years ago. If he was, he is said to proceed from the mythical Holy Iskan Empire, an enormous nation believed to have laid just across the Tianshan and Ishgal Mountains to Calvard's east. This empire is presumed to have vanished following a calamity 130 years ago. They're gonna tie Nayuda in. For whatever reason, I'm just getting Nayuda vibes. Getting Nayuda vibes. Could that be the calamity? I don't know. Who knows? In its heyday, 9 groups served to protect the Royal Imperial line. Eastern sources indicate that he was a warrior who represented the Rahu, a tribe of white descent hailing from the west. The Empire is said to be into stars, so maybe? Hot dog, give me hope. Put on your tinfoil caps, friends. I'm inclined to believe it's all bullshit, But in an age where immortals like the Lance Maiden can exist in Erebonia, I can't rule out the possibility of there being some truth to it either. Whether it's true or not, evidence might suggest that his armor and his strangely shaped battle axe might be artifacts. Considering his joining the Gardens and the stories claiming his immortality, this might be highly likely. On top of that, he's the primary suspect regarding the Eisenshield's annihilation in the outskirts of Cray, though I still can't state that for a fact. More information's needed. Put that tinfoil hat away. They aren't connected. Dog, just have some Kool-Aid with me. Come on. Just have some Kool-Aid with me, bro. Have some Kool-Aid with me. Grumpy, too. Grumpy, if you're hearing this, drink up. Please. I'll never stop trying. Have some. It's canon until explicitly proven otherwise. With all due respect, Beatrice, I'm with you. I believe it's going to be canon. Fingers crossed. But it is neither canon nor non-canon until we find out that it is one or the other. Unfortunately, but the brain juice and the tinfoil hat says it's canon, but who knows? Melchior, age 21. One of Almada's 3 pillars and quite possibly its most evil and sinister member. He doubles down as the Garden's ringleader and overseer of the Garden of Thorns. Melchior's skills don't fall behind any of his artifact-wielding peers, being highly skilled in the use of the Orbal Net and being capable of infinitely spawning and freely controlling explosives. Beyond that, he also acts as Almada's main strategist and Dante's right-hand man and confidant, and possibly his lover. There we go. Though his past is shrouded in mystery, his origins might trace back to the same organization the Oathbreaker, one of Ouroboros' Anguis, also comes from. The Order of the Moonlight Horse existed since the Middle Ages, where the Oathbreaker sat among its top brass for the longest time before losing to Ouroboros and switching sides. He's an entirely different matter and a major threat all of his own. Wrapping this back around, Melchior might have been a direct subordinate of the Oathbreaker before going on to take in the scattered remnants of that infamous cult. If that's true, that would make him something of a prince of the underworld. Huh. For someone as powerful as him to idolize Dantes so much is nothing short of ominous and concerning, to say the least. Another thing that concerns me is him staying in Cray's vicinity following the Eisenshield turning into ghouls. Cray's not just some sleepy village with beautiful vistas. More than a touristic spot, it lies stuck between several forces working from the shadows. It also happens to be one of the few places in Northern Calvard with a sizable eastern and central eastern population. Knowing the source of Almada's financing, actually, I'd rather not speculate any further. Really? Gerard Dantes. 34? He's 34? I thought he was going to be way older. If I let my feelings take way, Dantes could fill every single page in this notebook. There's not a night where I'm not overcome with regret, but this notebook is not meant for my personal thoughts. Most things I've come to learn about him in his life are at least a little eyebrow-raising. Him being a member of the DG cult before joining Almada, being related to Calvard's old royal family, perhaps even a direct descendant. The tales of his sword are equally as hard to believe, a gigantic blade of black and silver, thought to be an artifact hidden by the royal family. This demon blade was the instrument with which he slew Enrique, Almada's previous head. Hard as these tales are to believe, their true purpose is to strike fear into the hearts of those who hear them. To make Dantes nothing short of the living manifestation of shadows and agony. Deep as the abyss and equally as alluring, his unquenchable thirst for fear is what draws many to him. Seductive and enchanting, it has earned him many loyal followers. But where does such unfathomable hunger come from? A new hypothesis surfaced recently, which might finally explain things. Its source, however, is a little unusual, and I'm not particularly keen to take it at face value. But that's neither here nor there. The more pressing matter is his goal in Basel, and that him and the others might have been after something else. His true goal, I imagine, fear. The wanton need to bring about true dread and terror to the masses. He wasn't able to achieve it even with the help of a genius, but that will not put a stop to him. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his mission. Looking into this matter should take priority. Regardless, he sure managed to pull a fast one on me and Tharbad. I was distracted by that call, and that's no excuse. I should have seen through him much sooner than I did. But try as he might to stay one step ahead, I'll forever be hot on his heels.
At this point, I've worked out how I'm going to get everything recorded, as well as how to leave these notes behind.
Yo, Dingo.
Now comes the real showdown with him. It's going to be the biggest gamble I make as both a reporter and an information dealer. If, by some sheer miracle, I make it back in one piece, I'll absolutely be following up on those theories I've written about. I can already imagine the hell I'm in for with that dope of a Spriggan and that cub reporter. I really do worry about her. But you know what? At the end of the day, that's just part of the fun.
Damn, Dingo. Fucking A, man.
Dingo. Dingo.
You dumbass. Who's the real dope between us, huh?
This dude was totally nuts. How the hell did he find it in him to go that far? I can only imagine his love and care for others spurring him on to gather this much information. He was both a clever and kind man, and he wasn't just trying to make amends or settle a score. I don't doubt he genuinely worried for everyone's future.
It goes without saying, but it's a true shame. He was taken from us far too young.
I'm so glad that you two were able to find his notes. Likewise, it must have been the will of the goddess. Once Mariel collected herself, the party drove her back to the Tyrell Times. After reporting their success to Editor-in-Chief Cunning, they got back to work. As for Dingo's notes, once the contents were copied, it was decided that Mariel would hold on to the originals for safekeeping.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys.
Love to see it.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Bro, we were all over the city, but that was a real good one. Damn, still can't even get 4 on Gray yet, huh? You okay, Van? Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Just thinking. Is there something bothering you? Guessing the stories about the gangsters and Almada remnants are on your mind. Yeah. If Bermati, Jack, and Killica were all talking about them, then it's definitely worth mulling over. We heard something interesting while following up on Dingo's case, too.
You're referring to the account of them being sighted in the Tyrell district, correct?
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, that is kind of worrying. Maybe we should drop by Tyrell, just in case, you know? Not a bad idea. Can't hurt to check the area out again. We can probably rule out the busier parts of the district. Same for the area near the restaurant that's run by Heiyue. An additional mandatory investigation point has been added in the Tyrell district. Okay, so, but we still have to do Dirk Memorial Park first. Don't remember where the hell to go.
Let's do this.
Was it a monster hunt? Oh shit, Daft, my bad, dog. I got you. The actual third slot. There it is. Holy smokes, look at this thing, eh? Oh shit, though, man. Well, alright, so I mean, this could just be a... You have to kill them quickly. Yeah, because I can't... Boo! Shame on me, huh?
Take over?
I'll take over!
It's got a lot of eggies.
Deploying charge!
Weak to fuego and wind. All right.
Pressure him and move it.
Impede and vigor.
No. Yeah. I just feel like I haven't seen, like, because I haven't, man. I haven't seen this game in like 2 weeks, but you know what I mean? It just feels good to be back. Yeah, so wait a minute. And now I'm just thinking about this too. And if people know, like, please don't confirm, obviously. So the eighth disciple, or would it be like the eighth divine blade, I guess? Like the divine blade of throwing fists, right? No, like the practitioner. Maybe that's the word I should have used. I'm like just thinking in my head now. Who would be a practitioner? A divine blade of thrown fists. Bearguard? Probably not. I don't think there's a master for the eighth form. Right. Yeah, like that we know of yet, but isn't it? It's like it's fisticuffs, right? Somebody had said like drunken monkey. That would be wild. Could be somebody that we just have nobody. We just don't know them yet, or maybe there just really isn't one yet. I don't know.
Going all in.
Yeah, I gotta concentrate though. Hang on, sorry.
You'll never get it. There's nothing.
Keisha, thank you.
Coming your way.
It's supposed to be a break in case of emergency style though. Swordsman who powers up by setting the sword down. That'd be gnarly. Watch it be Anton? Dog, I'm all in if it's Anton. Are you fucking kidding me? Positively down.
Time to close in.
Divine blade of the people's elbow. Is it a divine blade if they use fists? Well, Victorio, therein lies the question. Maybe it would just be like a rare exception? Fuck if I know, man. They'd fight kind of like Van, I guess. Mixed weapon strikes. Yeah? Yeah, divine hands. The divine flick. Throwing them divine hands.
Your turn, Judith.
Gilbert as a future divine blade. I can see the vision. Dog, I hope so, John. For real. I would love that. I'd be so psyched on it.
Pressure him and move it.
8 Leaves version of the finger poke of doom. I'm in.
Now or never.
The finger poke of doom. Ah!
Bet this'll sting. Criminal.
My move now.
Zoinks. Hell yeah, stunned him. Let's go.
So handle this.
Stunner! Bleh. Such a badass art.
It's go time.
Oh, Oh, that's right, because I chose to S-craft. I was like, why can't I do anything? Because I S-crafted, that's why.
Here's the climax. Grimknight wall.
I shall handle this.
I believe you. Oh, you're charging up something, aren't you? Shoot.
Sucker. A chance.
Oh, we already stopped him. We already impeded him.
It's over. Here goes. Time for the main event. Fans alive, brave! Make it count, Aaron.
Time to close in.
You're up, Aaron.
Again, man? Yo, Sarah, what's good, fam? Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been rough. There's no other way to put it. Just sucks.
Time to close in.
Like I said earlier, it's like there's just nothing, you know, my normal daily routine. There's nothing normal about it, you know? Wake up, brush my teeth, take a shit, take a shower, get ready for work, you know what I mean? Like, that's all normal stuff, but like, who's with me at all those points in time throughout the house, man? He's just not here. So it makes it like the hardest.
Keep moving, Ben. It's over.
I still sleep on the couch. I still sleep on the couch with this blanket with me, you know?
Payback time.
You'll be sorry.
Basically slept on the couch for 2 weeks with him, you know what I mean? Countless other times I'd fallen asleep on the couch with him, but yeah, man, you know? Still just kind of curl up on the couch with this blanket, man, in front of the fan and just chill. Well, I hope you're doing good, though, dude. Thanks for reaching out, too. I appreciate it very much.
Payback time. Go time. Blink and you'll miss it.
S-craft spam. Can't believe my brain was like, don't do it. Don't S-craft spam. What's wrong with me? Big old W. I appreciate it, dude. Rebirth.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys. More deposit.
Ah, there it is. All right. So now hang on. No, that's not.
Time to update this.
Enemies alive. S-craft still alive. Believe it or not. S-craft again. Right? Yeah. Yeah, just keep make sure they don't get up. All right, so that's some real healer stuff there, it looks like. Rebirth. You know what? I still need to see. Still got 2 slots I have to unlock. Imagine. Not anywhere close. It's all right. I'll get there, maybe. All drivers gained. Okay. All the drivers. Okay.
Here goes.
All right. So here, before we advance story, let's go. Oh, sorry. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. A Spriggan request addressed towards both you and I. Something stinks real bad about this one, but I don't think it's just a prank either. Thoughts? I can handle it myself if you'd like. That's fine. I'll lend you a hand. We've quite a few shared acquaintances after all. It's worth looking into. So, what is the request about? A retrieval. Something's been smuggled into the city via the underground and we're supposed to go get it. The route there is pretty convoluted and it looks like shit's been encrypted over and over a few times. Not gonna lie, this might be a little bit out of my depth. Lucky for you that I'm here. We both are perfectly suited for this matter, so let's cooperate and get to the bottom of this. After agreeing to work together, Van and Ren decoded the 4SPG, sorry. They continued gathering clues afterwards from the Orbital Net and the underworld. Eventually, the trail led them to an attaché case. Great camera work. This must be what we're looking for. That was some tricky shit to figure out. They definitely didn't cut us any slack. I'll say, we had to follow the thinnest threads we could find just to get here. Had we not teamed up, this whole search would probably be dead in the water. They must have trusted us to find it in the end, though, if it was here after all. Well, let's crack it open to see what's inside. Van unlocked the attaché case and threw it open to reveal... What? Writing utensils and painting supplies? The hell's this stuff for? There's nothing special, or there's nothing weird about any of them, just normal-ass pencils. I don't get it. Oh, it looks like we've also got these letters here. They're addressed to the both of us. No sender listed, but I can only think of one. Right. Grandpa Jorg, beyond a doubt. No shit! I feel like I gotta do Old Man Jorg voice. I don't remember what I used to do before, though, so.
Dear Ren, I realize I'm more than 6 months late. Before I say anything else, I want to congratulate you on your acceptance into Aramis. Time really does fly fast, doesn't it? It feels like it was only yesterday that you enrolled at Yenis. You've always had that impeccable talent and appetite for learning, from your studies to your papers and everywhere in between. You may have felt at first that there was no point returning to ordinary schooling, that it was a waste of time for a mind of your caliber. But there are some things you can only learn and experience in those common places. I suspect you've come to realize that yourself. Now that you have a place in this world to call your own, it's good to spread your wings and spend time away from your friends and family. Although I only looked after you for a short period, I pray that you find happiness wherever your travels take you. Sincerely, Grandpa Jorg. P.S. Thank you for taking care of those kids and tidying up the workshop during your visit a year and a half ago. I greatly appreciate it. I didn't know what to get you to celebrate your admission, so I simply picked up some safe bets for a student your age. If you have no use for them, feel free to throw them out. I'll hardly be hurt.
Oh, don't be like that, Grandpa. I can never throw these things away. He's still as he ever was, awkward and clumsy outside of his doll making, and I wouldn't have it any other way. All right, let's see what he's got to say to me next.
To Mr. Arkwright. It goes without saying that you and I have done much for each other over the years. I won't dwell on that ancient history. But if I can offer one piece of advice to you, do not avert your eyes from the spirit you have within. Beyond that, please continue to guide and protect my granddaughter. I trust that you're looking out for her while she's in your... periphery.
Did he really have to write that last part? I'm not used to seeing him be so protective. Hard to blame the guy. He ain't seen you in years. Cut him a little slack. At least it's not just you he's being nosy with anyway. What did he mean by your spirit within, though? That's an intriguing line. Beats me. No idea what he was talking about, but that's par for the course with him. I mean, you know how he is. Guy just sees everything differently. One hell of a grandpa you got there, you know that? People say his dolls are beyond lifelike. They even have their own hearts and souls. Maybe that power lets him take a look deep inside other people's hearts all the same. He could be onto something. It wouldn't hurt to keep what he wrote to you in mind, whatever it turns out to mean. Maybe, yeah. So, where is that old fart anyway? Any idea where he is or what he's up to these days? I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. He may very well have slipped back to his workshop in Crossbell by now. Or perhaps he's abandoned it and set up shop somewhere else entirely. It's so hard to tell with him. My master was like that too. Maybe being all cryptic and shit's just part of getting old. Maybe so. I'm happy to have heard from him at least. Thanks for bringing me along, Van. I'll have to return the favor to you one of these days. Hey, take it down a notch. You play with fire, you might get burned. Oh, you think I'm still just some little girl, do you? I'll be all grown up before you know it. In many ways, I already am. At least enough for me to reach out and lend you a hand when you need it most. Just like you did for me all those years ago. Sheesh, the old man's right. This girl is growing up fast. Too fast, if you ask me. Sure, I'll ring you up if I really need a hand. Van saw Ren back to her dormitory and left the attaché case in her care. With that, the two went their separate ways. And just like that, it was back to usual business.
I'll invite you to a tea party sometime.
That was super good.
I do so enjoy being a good hostess.
Super genius puppet maker, being an awkward grandpa is adorable. It super is. Very, very much adorable. That was awesome. One of the best. Oh, yeah, easily. For sure.
Thank you for walking into my life.
All right, so now. Dan just going all in. I love it. That's weird. You're weird. Stop that. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Yo, sorry for the wait. Don't worry about it. I just got here myself. Thanks for coming. Think nothing of it. Seems like this has to do with one of my part-timers, so I figured I might as well. You want me to help out with a memento of the flame eaters, right? Yep, I want to fix up the custom rifle that Ida used to use. Seems like you've heard about it already. Sure have. We tried to get it repaired before, but they told us it wasn't really feasible. I assume the two of you found a way to fix it? Bingo. We learned what parts we'd need to repair it, so all that's left is to actually make them. Or to get them. It's been bothering me ever since I learned it was damaged, so I'm glad I can finally do something. I figured things will get really busy once the festival starts, so I want to get it taken care of before then. Fairy's working on the stuff that can be gathered above ground. While you're going to be getting the underground stuff from the Blacklight District, in other words. And you want me to show you around the place. Exactly. I've heard that nose of yours is really impressive. So impressive that even Jin relies on it. How about it? You up for being my guide? Sure, why not? Couldn't hurt putting you in my debt more. I'd be helping one of my part-timers move on, too. Sounds like a win-win to me. Thanks. Let's get moving, then. Van and Fee made haste to the Blacklight District. Upon arrival, they scoured the area in search of replacement parts for Ida's rifle. What's up, Jason?
You're looking to fix up a custom rifle, eh? Not to discourage you fine folks, but that sounds like quite a pain in the behind.
We know, and we're prepared to deal with it. As you can probably guess, we need some specialized parts to get it back in working condition. Mind showing us the rifle suppressors and foregrips you've got in stock at the moment?
Not at all. Right this way, young lady. Hopefully I've got what you're looking for.
He's definitely got a wide selection, but none of it looks quite right.
What about this part over here?
Looks pretty unwieldy, but nothing any decent Jaeger couldn't handle. Yeah, maybe. That might actually be the same model Ida used, or the same make at least. This might work in a pinch. Might as well give it a shot. Working on Flame Eater's rifle, huh? I've heard stories about that bad boy. You're in luck. I know for a fact that the rifle I used back when I was on active duty in the same generation, it's the same generation as her gun. You can go ahead and take it if you want. It should have a part or two you can use.
Damn, that's real generous of you.
For real? Are you sure? I mean, that has to mean a lot to you. I'm no Jaeger anymore, so I don't mind parting with it. Helping the Colonel's daughter sounds better to me anyway. In return, just promise that you'll come back and tell me about the Purple Light, how the Purple Lightning's doing. I've been rooting for her ever since she hung it up to walk her own path. Let me know how she's holding up, yeah? Deal. Can't say I know everything, but I'll be happy to share what I can. Eventually, Fee and Van managed to scrape together the needed parts to repair the gun, albeit from a less than desirable mix of resources. With Fairy having acquired her allotted parts, the group reconvened at the arms dealer inside the department store. Sylvie, who had previously consulted about the rifle's damages, agreed to assist with the repairs. Van watched over the whole process and helped with basic tasks like polishing as needed. Eventually...
Look at that bad boy.
Well, would you look at that?
It's right back to the way it was. Ain't that something?
It even has the same custom rifle muzzle she used back in her Zephyr days. It maximized its firepower and improved its accuracy. She really liked talking about that thing. I can see why. It's been customized in other ways too. The weight distribution probably makes it unwieldy to anyone who isn't a rifle pro. But Ida had no problem handling it. She and this rifle were a match made in heaven. No doubt about that. I'm glad that we were able to get it fixed up for her.
The Flame Eater couldn't have asked for a better pair of sisters. So, what are you planning to do with it now?
That's a good question. How'd you feel about using it, Fairy? I don't think a rifle of this size would suit me, to be honest. Ida once told me to remain true to my own style. I don't think I'd be honoring her if I changed mine to adapt to her weapon. Figured you'd say something like that. It doesn't fit mine either. I have a better idea. How about we deliver it to the current members of Zephyr?
Yeah. I heard they reformed after the war.
Yep, it's changed hands since then. Now it's being led by two of its former regimental commanders, Zeno and Leo. I'm fine with giving it over to them, but are you sure that's what you want?
Are we actually going to get to see them?
Yes, I've thought long and hard about it. In her final moments, Ida said the names of her Zephyr comrades, including you. I can tell she's treasured her family there. That's why I want to return it to them. Okay, that works for me. I'll go ahead and arrange for it to be delivered then.
Oh? How are you going to do that?
You do realize a civilian courier can't just waltz into Zephyr turf with a rifle in hand, right? Well aware. It's not what I had in mind. I know someone named Yosette who owns a delivery company. Her people should be able to get it to them without much trouble. Even Yosette gets a goddamn name drop. Imagine that!
I've heard of them. They're based in Liberl, yeah?
You sure know a lot of people, don't you? I could say the same about you. Fee got in contact with the courier, who happily accepted the task and got straight to work. Afterwards, she reached out to Zephyr, who were in a remote region of the continent, to give them a heads up. It won't be long before it's delivered, so you can stick around your base camp for a while longer. Sure thing. We had to kill some time before our next job anyway.
A Jaeger's weapon is their very soul. We will take good care of it. The three of us fought side by side many times as regimental commanders. She is dearly missed.
The Eyes and Shield told us about what happened to her. It's strange to think a part of her will be coming back to us. I'd like to think she's sharing a laugh and a drink with the boss on the other side right about now. Probably stressing all about her little sisters too. The worrywart. Wouldn't shock me. It was good talking to you both again. See you around.
Likewise. Give our regards to Ida's other little sister.
Sounds like she's gotten herself caught up in something fishy. Tell her to take care of herself. Damn, dog. Wish I know it's asking a lot, obviously, for a bonding event, but man, just to be able to hear the voices would have been super swell. I would have loved that. That would have been dope. Or even even if we're not gonna get the voice, whatever, dude. Maybe a little picture on the phone. You know what I'm saying? You know. Well, that settles that. You must be one of the only bracers in the guild who keeps in touch with Jaegers. Zeno and Leo. Two of the great ones, man. I wish we could have at least had Cold Steel 3-esque phone. Yeah, I would have been all on board with that too. I feel like that would have been friggin' awesome. We don't talk that often, but they reach out to me every now and then. Now that we got that squared away, I think I'm gonna drop by a cafe. Want to come with? I can share some stories about Ida and Zephyr if you're interested. Really? Oh, I'd love that. And I can tell you some about my people in our village. Cool, I'd like to hear all about them. That was a real good one too. Fee and Fairy went off to enjoy some tea and conversation. Once Fairy returned, the group got back to work.
It'd be nice to introduce you to some friends of mine if the chance ever comes up.
Here goes.
Fine with me. Right.
All right. Jack and Hal's item is the best in-game? Oh, snap. Oh. Hot dog. What am I doing? The same thing I was just doing again? Some business in the Blacklight District. Well, I'll do theirs and then... I mean, Humes is already maxed, but I love Humes. Yeah, Beatrice was just wishing for that Crimson. Obviously, there was a lot to go. You know. Would have had to rebuild it, etc., but, you know. There he is. Looks like Jack's got business with Yimai. Hey, this isn't what you promised, old man. Promised? Now I'm sorry, but I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about. I never promised you anything, you see. Sup? Got a problem? Oh, hey, Van. You actually came, huh? Yeah, I was just a little concerned about you is all. So what happened? I asked this guy to reserve a certain 10 mirror coin for me on the off chance he came across it so I could buy it off him. But instead, he went behind my back and pawned it off to somebody else. A 10 mirror coin? What's got you worked up over it? It's what we in the business call an error coin. A misprint, if you will. Not only are the portrait and text flipped, but the copper is the wrong color too. It has this slight silver hue to it. These little mistakes are 1 in 10,000, if not rarer. 30,000 mirror per coin is quite common. But that's not all that can inflate the value of these, no sir. Owner history plays a part too. And a previous owner as infamous as this coins can bump the value up higher. 50,000 by my estimate. Damn, 50,000 mirror for a little coin? Must have had one hell of a past life to command that kind of money. You're damn right it did. I take it you know about my mentor and my greatest rival? Of course I do. The king himself, ain't it? Hal's old man. Right, then you probably know that he's not around anymore. There's a reason for that. That was a dumb little shit when I was younger. My cocky ass got him killed. Damn, dude, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to dig up all that baggage. Well, now you know. Anyways, I'm sure you put 2 and 2 together. That coin we're arguing over used to belong to him. After he died, that coin disappeared. I had no idea where it went, at least until yours truly happened upon it. Jack offered 100,000 mira for that little coin, and at the time, I was more than happy to give it to him. Unfortunately, another customer beat him to the punch with a 105,000 mira offer. Poor Jack was just minutes late. I wonder if it was Hal. It really was nothing personal. I was just doing as businessmen do and taking the better offer. Oh, give me a break. If you had just told me somebody had put in a counter offer, I would have put up more money too. It is a little odd that you didn't do that this time. I know just how much you like to ring people for every mirror they're worth. So who's the money bags who ran off with the coin? Well, if you want to know, you'll have to go straight to the source. As it just so happens, the buyer left a note to pass on to Jack. It says quite plainly, if you'd like the coin back, come to Kayunge. Great. Couldn't just sell the damn coin to them. You had to help them antagonize me too? Thanks, Yohai. Every now and again, someone comes out of the woodwork trying to pick a fight with me. Who's got it out for me this time, though? I haven't a clue. Yeah, I remember that pair of cheaters you had to deal with in Longport when we were in town. Sure ain't easy being famous, huh? You headed over right now, then? I think I'll tag along and see how it goes down. Sure, go ahead. I don't mind the company. Huh? What are you doing here? Ah, so it was! Good job, Brain. Proud of you. Why do you think I'm here? It's because I'm the one who bought the coin. I figured it was possible I might run into you, and now here you are, I guess. Yep, here I am. Good to see you, Van. I was originally planning on having Mao officiate our little game, but if you're here, I'd be more than happy to have you do it if you don't mind. Sure, I can do that. Bit of a roundabout way to challenge someone to a game, though, don't you think? Yeah, but unless I go to that much trouble, Jack won't take it as seriously as he should. So just to reiterate, Jack, I want to play a game of poker with you. Winner keeps King's coin. Sound good to you? I'm game. You're on. You think you have any chance of winning against me? You really need to ask, Jack. You're right. My bad. I was dumb. Alright, now with that settled, I'll have you hold on to the coin, Van. Every round, you'll flip that bad boy to determine who goes first. If it's heads, I go first. Tails, Jack goes first. I feel like I'm being given a big responsibility running this match. I'll do my best to make you guys proud. I'm sure you'll do just fine, Van. We appreciate having you. Well, may the best hand win. Let's get down to business. I don't got no time to fuck around. What is this? What a bop. Jack and Hal's game got underway as Van watched the proceedings unfold. After the pair exchanged 100,000 mira for 10 poker chips, they began to trade blows with each other, began to trade blows with each hand of cards. Once the match fully heated up, all of the remaining chips were put on the line in a dramatic showdown. You've really stepped up your game, Hal. I'm impressed. Truth be told, I didn't expect it to even last this long. Save it for when you win, Jack. This game ain't over until it's over. You got that right. Sheesh. You two are freaking nuts. Not too many in Zamaria who can read each other's hands and bluff the way you can. Looks like this next hand's gonna be our grand finale. Sure seems like it. Keep up the good work, Van. Doesn't matter who goes first. Either way, your fate's already set. Well, here goes nothing. Moment of truth. Which hand should I catch the coin with? I'm a lefty, so. It's tails. Your move, Jack. Damn, I gotta go first, huh? If that's the way it's gonna be, I'll exchange 2 cards. Were you thinking of trying that on me? No wonder you're disappointed. It's definitely better to go second in that case. Hal's got 4 kings. What do you got, Jack? I get it now. You must have mastered King's technique to play like that. 4 of a kind for Jack. What's going on? Did Hal set this all up? Sure did. King's whole specialty back in the day was taking control of the cards, including his opponent's own hand. He played well, Hal. Ain't nothing to it. Wait. There's still 1 card you haven't opened. What could you possibly still have left? The game should be over. Not if I've got a wild card in my hand. Holy shit! And that's exactly what I have. 5 of a kind with Jacks. Read 'em and weep. Sorry, Hal. I win. What the? I'm not sure I follow you guys. Did you somehow use Hal's own move against her? More or less, yeah. No way. How is that possible? I can wonder all I like, but at the end of the day, they call you Victory Jack for a reason. I lost, and that's all there is to it. So time for me to pay the piper, I suppose. Coin's all yours, Jack. Here you are, Jack. Good game. Thanks, that was a fun one to say the least. There's one more thing we need to settle before we head out. Hal, I'm giving you the coin. You're the one who should hold on to it. Jack, what are you doing? We agreed that whoever won gets to keep the coin. You earned it. You shouldn't give it back to me. In fact, I want you to have it. There's nobody else I'd rather see it with, than you. Seriously, take it. It's okay. Oh, I get it now. The whole match was just a setup to give her the coin for her to give the coin to him all along, wasn't it? Sorry, Hal, but I can't let you have your own way on this one. If that coin was mine, then it'd be up to me to decide what to do with it. But if you're that determined to hoist the thing on me anyway, then there's only one thing you can do. Play you again and win. That's right. That's how these things work in our world. Fine. That's how you're gonna be. You're on. I'll keep improving my skills, and then one of these days, I'll beat you when you're playing your absolute hardest. Until then, you'd better not lose to anybody else but me, or your ass is grass. Deal? Ha, deal. Man, you won't find another pair of gamblers like these anywhere else in Zemuria. I'm glad I got to see this little exchange today. That was neat. The lack of any kind of mini game in this game was disappointing. Fifth, I'm with you. 100%. Nothing at all. With the promise made, Van proceeded to enjoy some Yum-Cha with Jack and Hal in Kayunge. Afterwards, he reunited with the others and got back to work.
We should get some drinks and have another heated round of cards soon.
Maybe I'll crack open the good stuff for you when you do. Just try not to drink yourself
Unfortunate
stupid, Jack.
downside of moving to a new engine. Like, really? Is it because they moved to a new engine that they couldn't have any mini games whatsoever? Victory dice. Let's see what this victory dice is. Holy shit. Dude, you weren't lying. Holy smokes. That's fucking insane. Calvert minigame is pretty bad. It's for the best. They just chose to prioritize all the other parts of the game. Very, oh, this is how you were able to make Judith have a... okay. All right. She had currently 49. I mean, that would put her at... Yeah, it really would. Well, that still only put her at 89%. Still better than nothing, right? I mean, Carminato, I'm not saying that they had to, like... I'm not saying that they had to utilize other mini games. Like, they could have implemented any kind of mini game. on this end, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's what like what Phil said, they just prioritize all the other parts of the game, which is fine. But yeah, I'm still with 5th. Definitely disappointing. Ugh, excuse me. Gets her close. Oof, 98. Oh, I was gonna say. I was like, what the hell puts us at 129? Holy smokes. Damn, 98%. Pretty darn close. Yeah, pretty darn close. 98% crit. I'll take it. It's not 100, but it's darn close. Not to be confused with Glenn Close. Van's group decided to take a short break, as per usual. This is the real me. The one you don't know. The one I don't want you to know. But No, this isn't right. I'm missing something. Hey there. Thought about taking a break? Mr. Arkwright, what are you doing here? Your director sent me. There's an actress I've been working with for whose work I'd like your opinion on, if that's okay. Ever since I offered her the part, she's been immersed in the role, almost to a scary degree. I was originally just going to ask Judith to help her, for help here. But it might be a bad idea if I did it, since I'm not involved with the film's production at all. Suddenly want pigs in a blanket? Dude, I would love some. I would just love like some hot pretzel pieces with some spicy mustard. That sounds that. I know it's not pigs in a blanket, but I feel like on the same line. But man, yeah, some hot pretzels with some spicy mustard. It sounds bomb right now. I know you're pretty tight-lipped, so I said why not? So you gonna help? I guess they were both really worried about me. We recently filmed one of the most important scenes in my next film, you see. The director said my final cut was fine, so we were ready to move on. But I'm still not happy with it. I still feel like I can do better, so I asked him to let me shoot again after I rehearsed it some more. And that's why you're out here all alone. Sounded like a long monologue. Surprised it's given you so much trouble. I think it's because I've been rehearsing it alone. I'm meant to look at someone during the actual scene, and it's hard when I don't have anyone. Oh, I know. Would you be willing to act as my partner while I practice? Me? Didn't see that one coming, but I know that even if I said no, you ain't leaving until it's perfect. But are you sure you want to ask me? I ain't exactly an experienced actor. That's alright. Just you being here will make a world of difference. Alright, I got the time to spare, so give it your best shot. Just don't go expecting nothing a sack of flour couldn't do better. Thank you. With Van as her partner, Nina continued practicing the problematic scene over and over, but in the end, she still wasn't able to come up with a take she was happy with. How about a break? This is your job and all, but you're gonna burn yourself out if you keep at it non-stop. I'm so sorry. It feels like I've just been wasting your time here. I should have known I couldn't handle this, handle this like Judith does. What's she got to do with this? You guys are very different kinds of actresses, yeah? People always talk about how I embody the characters I act so naturally. It's like I'm possessed by them. You might be able to put a positive spin on it, but what those words mean at the end of the day is that my acting has no real soul of its own. That's a bit harsh, but it's the truth. Judith's acting is just so full of heart and soul. Every one of her roles has an identity that's uniquely hers. Not to say that she's not doing a good job portraying the role, of course. I don't mean that. She maintains the role's integrity, but she always puts part of her into it. She takes to every role in a way that's uniquely hers. That's her greatest appeal as an actress, if you ask me. I see, yeah. But I just can't do it. I don't have her strength of spirit, and I never will because I'm empty. All I can do is act the role I'm given. That's all I can ever do. She's extremely transparent while acting. So much so that you might see right through her in her hollow acting. I remember reading that on a magazine after your debut film aired. You have a good memory. You know that just because someone said that doesn't mean it's true, right? If that's how people see you, then that's a talent you should take in stride. But you can call my acting skills whatever you want, but the truth is, I'll never measure up to Judith. And that might be your problem right there. If you really think there's nothing in there then that's all the more space to start filling in. There's still plenty of time for you to create the identity you think you're lacking. You've got a lot of material to take inspiration from. What do you mean? You're well known for not just taking a script and listening to it. You're well known for not just taking a script and listening to it to a T. You always take it a step further. You wrap yourself in that role and let it become who you are. You think and act like the characters would. That's not something you just up and forget. Or do their lives and experiences just vanish from your head after you stop playing the role? No, they don't. I remember everything. I remember the warmth of being in Ron's arms as Michelle in Wolf's Requiem. I still remember how reassuring it was to have my friends and companions at my side and Gloria as Sheena Dirk. Yeah, thought so. You remember all of that so clearly. That's not just something, that's not something just everyone can do. Not even Judith. Those voices, those feelings are just as much a part of you. You ain't empty. You don't let them overwhelm you either. You gotta listen to what you want too. And I might get shit for saying this, but to hell with the script. I think this should be more important to you. Because it's something that only you can do. I never even considered disregarding my lines. That might actually be a good idea. You mind if I try the scene one more time? I might finally have something. And let's start from the very beginning this time. Yeah, sure. Wait, already? And so they resume their acting. Nina performed the scene over and over, Van still acting as her partner. Every attempt refined the scene further, and Nina could feel the pleasant and satisfying exhaustion wash over her. Eventually,
this is the real me. The one you don't know. The one I don't want you to know. But I can't run anymore. Not if I'm going to stay true to myself.
Cut! Mr. Lamb? How long have y'all been there? Wait, were you filming this? Don't worry, we were only filming Nina. That was spectacular, Nina. I know I approved our previous take, but this was significantly better. You went off script a little, but that doesn't matter when I could feel you and your character's soul so perfectly in your delivery.
Thank you, director.
All right, everyone. Let's keep this momentum and get back to shooting.
Of course.
Glad that's taken care of.
Same, it's a relief. It feels like I finally saw a side of myself I'd never faced before. Thank you so much, so very much for your help.
They parted ways, Van leaving Nina and her crew to their filming.
That was invigorating. You should keep an eye out for my next performance.
Mayhaps I will. That's it. Sorry, Ooms. Yeah, I'm with you. And she's, like, her like her personality, what we get to experience of it, is a great contrast to how Judith is. You know what I mean?
Alrighty.
Like, they work really, really well with one another. Whoa, where the hell am I going? I don't even know. All right, so I just looked down at the time before we go any further. Yeah, because we're right about at the midnight mark. So yeah, this is where we'll wrap up, and this is where we'll pick things up tomorrow night. So this will further the story. We got a real good talking tour done. Feels good. And again, man, like, to everybody, thank you. You know, and I'll put it in the description when I upload the VOD to YouTube. If you don't want to hear my, you know, my sob diatribe, skip to 20 minutes ahead. You know what I mean? Skip ahead, but thank you. Yeah. Happy to be back, man. Happy to be amongst family, amongst friends. You know what I mean? It means a lot. Feels good. Gotta get my eyes and mouth back in order. Stop stumbling, fumbling, bumbling over stuff. But yeah, man, happy to be back. A little bit of normalcy, you know. Feels really good. I love you guys. Thank you. Let's Hey, Alex, you have a great night, buddy boy. This is the knock thing. Okay, like, before I go, quick rant. This whole fucking thing that Twitch is trying to implement, that people can knock on your streams, like, it basically interrupts your streams because they want to collaborate. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here, dude? Really? Like, can we just stop? Yeah, basically. Surprise, motherfucker. Like, please no. Leave me alone. Hey, Sky, thanks for being here, dude. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let's go and see. Yeah, you can literally knock to ask somebody. Like, no, stop that. Just stop. I don't know where Scott's in the finale. I don't know, like, where is he in the finale? Does anybody know if he's before or after me? Scared. Okay, cool. All right. No love lost. It's all gravy. We can go and see. Well, let's see who's playing. And somebody's playing Reverie. The Xana guy? All right. I guess we'll give this the old call a try, huh? So raid. Xana guy. They're playing Reverie for I don't know. It's not listed as a oh wait, are they doing a speed run? No, that was the person next to him. No, so I don't know if this is their first playthrough, but yeah, Xana guy is playing Trails into Reverie. So go meet him, go say what's up, and thank you guys very, very much, man. Great start to the week. I appreciate it a great deal. For real, it's just nice to have, you know, it's been nice being at work too, like, just to be able to keep my mind off of it, you know. So thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys. We'll be back here tomorrow night. Keep it going, man. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay excellent. Bye, guys. We'll see you then.